respond to it. Because
Yo.
I wrote an entire book about this, New York Times bestseller this summer, that talked about how America is hurtling towards Marxism. And then all of a sudden, Elon Musk started tweeting that America is hurtling towards Marxism and that we are going to lose our democracy. He goes on Joe Rogan and says they are going
Oh,
to
we
make all
are
these swing states
spanking
legalize
the Democrats.
illegals and then turn
I
all
love
of
it.
blue, and then boom, you have a one-party state. You will turn everything into California. So when they hear that question, that's how they're responding to it. They're responding to it from perspective of this will destroy our free system of government. Period. There'll be no more choice.
Right now, we are at 29% in Dane County, 12%
Let's
better than
go.
That's Madison, Wisconsin.
Wait, where was that? What were the rankings in Pennsylvania, though? I want that.
Do we have the other counties for Arizona, by the way, Tyler? Or no, is that just Maricopa?
Just Maricopa.
178 to 99 as of
But the Pima was actually good for us.
9:32 Eastern.
Brown County, which is Green Bay, go Packers.
Let's go, nation. Stay red, baby.
Okay, so right now Donald Trump
Stay
has 60%
red.
of Waukesha with 52% of the vote in. Hovde 61%. Hovde's running above Trump, which is exactly what I thought would happen. Just by perspective, Ron John took 62% in Waukesha in 2022 and then won Wisconsin by 1 point.
Oh, it'd be so amazing if we could take that Senate seat. The total just updated. It's 49-49 right now. The separation is about 1,000 votes.
Look at that.
Yeah, let's see what my model is.
56% reporting in for North Carolina, and the Republicans have it 51 to 47%.
I woke up from a dream last night, and I said, by 6,000 votes. I don't know if that's true or not.
New York, I swear to, like, New York kills me. This right here, we lose this fucking state every time because of New York City. They're absolutely dumb.
They want to see the tears.
Well, they went from Fox to CNN.
Yeah.
It just, I don't understand it.
They've turned CNN on because they want to see them freak out.
I'll never understand New York.
I will point
I
out
can't wait to get the fuck out of this state.
Ozaukee County. So Washington County has not reported yet either. That's a red county. But Ozaukee is a lot closer than you want it to be.
For us?
Yeah. So
how much of the vote is in?
It's right now 28% in.
It's still early. But do they count earlies first?
Yeah.
So okay, it should get redder.
Oh man, this is getting better.
So is Dane gonna
This
get
map is getting redder.
I find that I doubt it. I doubt it because you still have the overwhelming population that's there.
And Milwaukee is posting votes. Just
plus
to be
you
clear.
have students that vote person.
Milwaukee is posting votes.
But I will say this: we got the video. We saw the video in Dane County. It was a ghost town at UW-Madison. Looking at the Wisconsin numbers, I feel like these must be election day ones because they're consistently quite a bit better than where they were.
Like no, I think they go earlies first, right, Tyler?
I mean, Brown County, Green Bay is way ahead of where it was 2020. I just can't imagine they moved forward.
That's because this time around, we are going to smoke the shit out of the Democrats.
We have 250 full-time staff in Wisconsin.
It's been
right.
It's been extremely right tilting since that last election. A lot of upset people up in Brown County and the surrounding area.
I love it. Let's go.
And that's part of the reason why.
Let's go.
Wow. Can I interrupt you?
178 to 99.
County
Still.
In 2020, this is great. Was 54%, 54-55 Biden.
What are we looking
now
at?
It's 53-46.
51-47.
Kamala. So she's
51-48. Let's go. Ohio already called it 61% in, and we are up by 11.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, but again, 1% in Lackawanna County, and you run up, you flip Center County, and you flip Bucks, and you do.
Hey, what's going on, Matt?
You don't show up in Philly.
How you doing?
You got to keep Bucks.
Okay, for Terry Dietrich, they're counting earlies first. That is the.
I can't.
This is all earlies vote right now.
I wasn't sure if I was gonna go live with the at least the up-to-date map results, but I figured I'd throw it up in case some people can't watch it at work or can't do whatever.
Right. However, we had a lot of same-day registration of working-class Trump dudes, right, Tyler?
Yeah, thousands. And we're missing tons of rural county stuff.
One thing that surprised me is Ohio already called it Republican,
and if you browse around
one thing a lot of people will notice is in a state like, let's say, Pennsylvania, or really any state, uh, cultural uh, expectations, or the way that uh, people act transcend state lines, right? So if you know anything about like northwestern PA and stuff, uh, a lot of the Pittsburgh Steelers fans, you will find them. Where was I?
And Kenosha. And Kenosha looks like it's outperforming and Racine is going to be
Was I out with my wife?
outperforming this 2016 race.
Okay, let's get Cliff Maloney in here, cliff@phachase.com. In the meantime, become a member, members.charliekirk.com, or if you want to get in the running for a free hat, subscribe to our podcast, The Charlie Kirk Show, screenshot proof of subscription, freedom@charliekirk.com. Cliff, do you like what we're seeing out of Pennsylvania right now?
Yes, I do. I want to go over a couple numbers with you guys.
Yeah, over to Goodyear. Yeah, I was gonna come in, man. Funny enough, being a content creator, I don't know if I necessarily have social anxiety, but I don't do really well in public with people. I know it's kind of like an oxymoron, but next time we swing by, I will definitely come in and shake your hand, man. You guys do a great job over there at Goodyear. Always take care of me and my old lady, and take great care of our vehicles.
603,000 total votes in Philadelphia. About 350 of those were in the mail. Right now, with almost all Philadelphia's vote in, let's say about 115,000, they have about 60,000 more votes to come in by mail. Harris only has 100,000 of those votes by mail. So she's down 150,000 mail-in votes. She's got roughly 115,000
Wonder why
votes
that's
in
pulling
a county. This is Philadelphia
no
County,
media.
where Joe Biden had 603,000.
Yeah.
Won the White House.
How long you been over at Goodyear, man?
She ran up the score to 603,000.
I thought that was you when my wife came out and she said that you were in there. She didn't know your name, but I looked back as we were pulling out, and I thought that was you.
500,000 votes on election day. A couple more mail-in, but on election day in Philadelphia County. Everything else across the board, guys, Allegheny County, 100% of their mail-in votes are in, and we're up double digits from where we were 4 years ago. So the big pocket that's left is Philadelphia.
I'm actually working on while I'm live, just trying to do election coverage. I'm also trying to edit my video for tomorrow night.
But did they hit benchmarks in other counties? In other counties that they needed to hit
Oh
benchmarks?
shit! It is. It's low. Fuck.
No, I mean I don't see any county that's a blowaway. I could pull direct numbers for you guys. I don't want to just talk off the cuff, but there's nothing that stands out as some major gain for Harris. In fact, in some of these counties, I mean, once again, we're looking at mail-in. We're now getting some of the election.
I really wish I
votes,
could move my render
so
cache to a different drive.
But most of what we have in is election day votes, and there is very few areas that we can point to.
That's awesome, man. How do you like it there?
So if you have that as the current situation, and you need to 2.5 times what you're expected to do in Philadelphia, I mean, unless they somehow spent billions and we didn't see it, which we did see what they spent, I don't think it's tracking like any other county. There aren't any major gains in these counties that would point to Philadelphia being some consistent gain.
Just really pause here. Big drop out of Waukesha, 77% in countywide. Trump needs to get above 60, and he's not right now.
Right.
So this is
59-40 right now.
So he has to climb out of that. So
Charlie, we just got a big drop in Montgomery County. Can I break that for you guys?
Break the news, yes.
So 2020, this just hit.
A lot better than making tacos. Fuck yeah, man. I bet, dude. No, like I said, I really appreciate you guys over there. You guys do a great job.
Of Montgomery County's mail-in votes, they just hit, and Trump is now at 24%. Those types of marginal gains in those collar counties, Harris had to not only hold that, she had to improve. And so once again, we'll look at election day. That right there is Montgomery County. Mail-ins just hit. Trump goes from 16% in 2020 to 24% in 2024. That's a big gain for Donald Trump.
Whoa. So Lackawanna just narrowed, Cliff, to 52-47.
I've also
It's 5 points, guys.
Scranton.
Guys, Lackawanna's within 5 points right now.
I've also flagging the arrows, the counties that are
Yes, yes.
We have our first 100% in county in Pennsylvania.
Domino's now has new 5-cheese mac and cheese.
Oh, let's see.
Melty. But if you want it quick,
It is a 5-point Lackawanna margin mean, Cliff. What does that mean?
Yeah, let me pull it up because I know we were talking about it earlier, Charlie. We're trying to
Oh,
understand
thanks, man.
Yeah, let me find this. Hold on. I haven't pulled it up.
Thanks for taking good care of her. I appreciate it.
Can we get the Office music going? Can we get the Office intro? Can we pull it, please? If there's ever a time to play the Office intro, now is the time. Now is the time.
So we lost by 8 points in 2020. So the whole of Lackawanna, we lost by 8 points. And so looking at that now, where we're pacing, once again, that is a significant gain. And yeah, I'm looking at it now. We're down by, that is crazy. I mean, if we see that consistently across the board, if we saw that consistently across the board, which we are seeing, I want to really hone in on Allegheny one more time, guys. The Democrats are obsessed with Allegheny and Philadelphia.
Can we play the video once you guys get it? I want to play we got to play the music. Okay, but let's just say that holds. If we're within 5 points in Lackawanna, by the way, New York Times new estimate, Trump carries Pennsylvania by 1 point. That's their new estimate. It's getting redder as the more comes in.
So keep in mind though, like here's the one piece that of just grain of salt for Lackawanna. Scranton is where Joe Biden was from, so you do get a little bit of hometown boost.
And he never did an event for her there.
And he never did anything for her there.
They didn't want him.
So he has snubbed her party. He's not. Here we go. There it is.
Lackawanna County coming in strong. Are we gonna get a copyright strike for this? All right, pull it down.
There you just
Charlie, let me give you.
We just have to
Charlie,
comment.
let me.
As long as you comment.
We comment on it. I love that song.
We love that.
And how much? And by the way,
And Cliff's going to be in the Lackawanna
if you're
Volunteer Sheriff's Department.
let's say you're someone up there who is like an actual Joe Biden fan. What they did to Joe Biden isn't going to sit very well with you. What they did to him, the way they treated him, the way they've been treating him this entire time, you're going to sit there and go, you know what? Maybe I'm not going to come out. Maybe I don't like Donald Trump. Maybe I'm a Democrat. Maybe I've always been a Democrat. My family's always been a Democrat. But you know what? I ain't voting for her after she knifed my boy. I'm not going to do it.
Okay, so guys, again, if we're within 5 points in Lackawanna, let me ask Cliff.
There we go.
Is it going to get redder, stay the same, or bluer if there's like 10% left remaining to count?
Needed some clay.
Well, see, each of these are a little different because a lot of these counties, like look at Allegheny, okay? All the mail-ins hit 100%, and now it's all election day. So then you have to look at what the split would be for that. Some of the counties, Charlie, have not presented their mail-ins, and we're starting to see election day. And so I hate to not give you a simple answer, but out of 67 counties, you're going to see it coming in at different paces. But let me give you one drill down message on Lackawanna. We just pulled the numbers specific to mail-in, right? Because I want people to understand the gains that Trump is making because of the work of Turning Point Action, because of the work of Early Vote Action. And
what's your main job over there? Do you have like specific sets of shit that you do there, like just oil changes or just tire rotations, or is there like I don't know, like a scope of responsibility that you have there, and like as like the longer you're there, the more shit you're gonna take on, or what?
There was this thing that CNN was running around on talking about Berks County, and they were trying to talk about Berks County as some kind of bellwether, saying that if I'll be right back, that if Harris flips or if Harris takes Berks County, then Trump can't win Pennsylvania. And I just said that line of thinking doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense to me at all. But wanted to run it by you to see if you can get some kind of at least put some kind of numerical weight on whatever it is that CNN's
not too far from the tin and copper.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at the numbers now. So Trump won Berks County by 17,000 votes in 2020. Right now, it's neck and neck.
Work behind the counter. All right, right on. So is it just customer service then?
I think that
in
trying to
the
find something, Jack, to get excited.
up front.
What else are they going to get excited?
It seems to me like that's just copium. That's just straight up copium. Where they're saying, "Oh, it's Titan Berks. Maybe she goes for what? For what? Berks County is in eastern Pennsylvania. It's not in western PA. We're talking about the same way that Lackawanna is in the northeast. All right. We weren't expecting to see big swings in the east. We're expecting to see massive run up in the score in the west, in the counties that border.
I thought they called North Carolina with 63% in at 41 and 47.
Is kind of like
I mean, if they haven't called it already, it ain't going to be that far away.
If you want to go like way in the weeds,
Georgia, we're going to take. North Carolina will take. Virginia's trending Republican, but it's too close at 59%, and we're only split 50-48.
The headwinds that are going through Ohio, that's going to blast into western PA, of course.
There we go. That's a better view.
Just obviously everything that what happened.
Right on, man.
In Butler, just the miracle and everything else. So that's right there situated in western PA. But Berks is not. Berks is eastern. Berks is Trump's best county in eastern PA. So with them trying to hang their hat on that, it just I don't buy it.
Yeah, and look at Lehigh right next door. I mean, why would they not use Lehigh as an example? You know, she won it by about the same margin. Lehigh, it's like, you know, if you found something that made sense. But look, guys, I don't think all day today we saw anything aside from the fact that Republican counties. I don't really think there was anything that we saw, whether it was exit polls, whether it was turnout. They're grasping at straws to find something to try to have some confidence to get their voters to turn out. So I think a lot of this is just talking points that really are baseless, and they're just trying to find something to get excited about.
Yeah, I think
New York Times is projecting Trump with a 1-point lead in Pennsylvania,
and that's gone up.
Hey,
Cliff, do you remember earlier when Bob Brady's sitting there in Philadelphia saying, "Oh, we got record turnout in Philadelphia. It's record turnout," and people are all texting me saying, "Oh, the record turnout, Philadelphia's bad. It's gonna crush us." And I'm like, Bob Brady says that every single election since he's been alive. All right, and let's talk about. I don't want to put it out yet. Charlie, I feel about Pennsylvania the way you feel about Arizona right now. Yeah. But there's going to be a lot of tea that I have to spill on Bob Brady and what went down between Bob Brady and the Kamala campaign when all of this shakes out. When all of this shakes out, we can tell that story.
Oh, excuse me, sorry about that.
Well, Cliff, I'm guessing you heard pretty similar to what I heard.
We just got breaking. The final polling places that were kept open with long lines in Arizona have finally closed.
Okay, so that means that's
so
it.
We're done. So we should have SD cards traveling, making their way.
We're getting into that later.
Well, look, let me just give you one more update on Philadelphia. So I'm looking at the lifetime numbers. And once again,
also, I want to say thank you so much for finding us over here on YouTube. I know you used to watch us a lot on Twitch. We're not doing a lot of live streaming on Twitch anymore. Trying to focus mainly on edited video content here on YouTube. We are going to start doing a few lives, and we are actually putting together a podcast. So, thanks, man. I really do appreciate you finding us over here.
That are voting Democrat, I don't see it.
Well, here's the thing. We have eyes in the counting room this time, right, Cliff? We have people with eyes to make sure there's no shenanigans. Blake, you're giving me some motion.
The New York Times popular vote estimate right now is 0.1% Kamala. They might flip the popular vote prediction. So if we keep in mind this is but what you're seeing is the fact that we won by 13 in Florida. The East Coast is pretty good. The East Coast is amazing. We've improved so far. They're not entirely in, but right now we're up 10 points in Queens, 10 points in the Bronx. Those are New York's not a state we're going to win. Island is like 90.
Sauk County. Trump is up in Sauk County. And Biden won it by 1.7%.
With early, that means he's probably going to win it. He won it.
That could flip the entire state.
But 2016,
it'd be awesome if they could flip New York. I don't see it. But
he's up 8 points in Staten Island. That was one of the surprising counties he won in 2016. We'll get into that. Way better. We got Cliff here. Cliff, give us your wildest prediction. Go. What's the thing you're gonna have to live with for the rest of your life on live stream? Go.
That they drastically underperformed Philadelphia, and all the Democrats have been lying. We actually end up winning by somewhere between 2.5 to 3 points. That's my wildest prediction. Obviously, I still think this is going to be a
in Lackawanna County, it is now a 3-point race.
You playing anything new?
3 points.
Anything
So CNN was talking about. Wait, think about this.
making it,
CNN was
you know,
talking
making
about,
like a regular rotation in anything that you've been playing lately, Matt?
We might actually. Could you imagine?
Battlestar beats and what is it?
All right, now that I
Beats
have
Bears,
my clock.
Battlestar
It's
Galactica.
been only a decade.
And
I frame all my management styling after Michael Scott.
imagine if Trump flips the hometown. This is the Trump Biden voter. This would be a Trump Biden voter coming out and saying and just popping up 2 Pennsylvania middle fingers to Kamala Harris and what they did to their boy Joe. This is Jill's revenge. That's why she wore red today, baby.
He's down 9. How much is he down? In Lackawanna County, he is down 4,000 votes in Lackawanna County.
That's nothing.
Guys, that is like insane. That's a Democrat reservoir that he might flip. Erie County, he is up in the first drop 13 points in Erie County. Cliff. That's very,
Don't get
very
me
smart.
excited, Charlie. Don't
By
get
the
me
way,
excited.
Charlie. These and keep in mind, there's still a lot to come out in Philadelphia, right? Cliff, there's a lot there. Philadelphia could have some crazy drops, and we know this, right? So Philadelphia could have some crazy stuff going on. Bob Brady could be sitting there cutting some kind of weird deal that we don't know about. So I'm just saying, look, stay frosty. We are staying.
Let me be the positive. Let me be the positive to Jack's Frosty, okay?
Man,
For the first time in history, I believe, I'm gonna get fact checked on this.
damn.
Elk County is the first time ever that we flipped a county in that a county that Democrats won mail-in votes. We now have more mail-in votes than Democrats. Let me explain that. So if you look, we went. Yeah, these numbers are right. I'm looking at. Hold on one second. Yeah, for 2020, they had 57% of all mail-in votes.
Okay.
And in
I
2024,
like the way that looks.
where we're at right now, look at my
We're watching YouTube lately. I haven't turned my PS5 once. Yeah, I feel ya. I haven't touched my PlayStation in a while. It's actually my basement. Been playing a lot of stuff here on PC. And I've been working with my daughters have been playing a lot on the Oculus. So we're gonna try to work in some
New York Times projects a 1-point victory for Trump in Michigan.
some VR content here soon, I hope. I started playing a lot of Assassin's Creed, Valhalla, and the new what is it, Mirage, and I bought the one that's on the VR. It's actually pretty fun.
All 4 of them are shifting. 172. Play it.
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. Procedure, John. What's the procedure? Stay calm. Wait. Calm down.
This is my favorite episode.
Oh shit!
Every man for himself.
Oh, it was 178 to 99. It is now 188 to 99.
Right now is 70% in. What was the split you were looking for in Allegheny County?
Well, I mean, I think the reality
Yeah,
is
they called Florida. I mean, I knew we were taking Florida. I mean, with DeSantis there, there's no way we weren't gonna.
11.6% in terms of the mail-in,
But
and then we're trying to stay steady with 2020.
all right,
So let me
let's
pull those numbers.
see. What do we got now?
Arizona
But Allegheny in 2020.
Are you sure? Sorry, keep going.
I'll be one. We'll be cutting right in as soon as we got it.
Keep going. I'm sorry. Please, Cliff. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So I mean, Allegheny County. I'm looking at 2020, and Biden had. This is pretty brutal. He had 273,000 to our 66,000 when it comes to mail-ins. And when you look at it today, that's Westmoreland. I'm pulling up Allegheny. Bear with me. Yeah, I mean, they dropped to 161 and we increased to 58,000.
Oh, these are my refunded items?
I mean, I don't, right now, if you look, we're down about 119,000 votes in Allegheny. And if I compare that to 4 years ago, we were down 140,000 votes. I mean, you know, some of these areas, I mean, I don't know how she's going to compete if she's going in the opposite direction with total votes in some of these dead strongholds.
Butler County, we are winning by nearly 30 points.
Oof.
Cliff, can someone contrast that to 2020? I don't think we won Butler County by 2020 by 30 points. Anybody?
Yeah, so in 2020 we won. Oh man, let me look at this. It was 37,000. Yeah, 37,000. Yeah, the 74,000 was the raw vote. Looking at percentages. Wow.
Damn.
Yeah,
we won it by 30%, Charlie.
We're up. I'm looking right now. We're up almost 29 points right now.
Wow.
Yeah. Right. We net 25,000 votes in Butler County.
But again, that's understandable. That's
yeah. That's on track with what we did with against Biden. That's pretty on par.
Okay. I want to just remind you guys, become a member. Stay right there. Members.charliekirk.com. That's why I have all these hats here. I will sign a hat for you.
Yep.
Members.charliekirk.com. Members.charliekirk.com. We will sign a hat for you, and also make sure you subscribe to our podcast. I want to just go. Can we get Brett on the line, please? Can we get him on? Yeah, that'd be great. So Cliff, can you stay with us? Unless you have something better to do than talk to 600,000 people. Because I'll hang here. This is the #1 stream in the country right now, I think. We don't even know how many. We have 200,000 on YouTube right now.
Right now, with 34% of the vote in Wisconsin, Donald Trump has a lead. Both Dane County and Milwaukee County are at a higher percent reporting than the state.
And they should get redder.
They should get redder, and also just more.
Redder is better, baby.
For the state as a whole, the two bluest parts are ahead of the state. I think Wisconsin is looking very strong.
By the way, with 76% in Berks County, this is for you, CNN. With 76% in Berks County, Donald Trump is up 8 points in Berks County with their must-flip county. 8 points up. We're starting to get some real.
Everyone say a prayer that the votes continue to be counted ethically and transparently. Just pray for your country.
Charlie,
I'm not being facetious.
Can I give you a
Center County?
No,
Us?
No, 2 points that. But
how big is that?
Very close.
If we're competitive in Center County, that's the only one I'll take credit for.
Yeah,
it's huge, Charlie, and I just
Sapwood.
They're now only down 30,000 votes in the state of Pennsylvania total. It is 50.1 to 49%. Charlie, I'm going to get back to Center County.
Earlies or no? Are they counting earlies too?
I don't need that yet.
Oh no, about half of the vote by mail hit.
Well, but you got to explain this to me, Cliff. But in 2020, it was all like election day and then earlies, right?
Yeah. So this year, a lot of it was different. And in most of the counties, like Allegheny, they're dumping their mail-in votes first, and then they're trickling in a lot of the election day. So our projection right now is about 50% of mail-ins are what immediately hit, right? So Harris was expecting some 80-20 lead like Biden had. So that's what hit immediately. It was 50% of all the mail-ins. And remember, in PA, we don't have early voting, right? All of the mail-in ballots hit 50%, and now it's a mixture. It's trickling in all of the election day votes, and in some counties that were late on their mail-ins, we're seeing those. And so we think based on this, where we're at, we're down by 30,000 votes. Once again, the number, I'm with you, Jack, the number we're waiting for is election day votes in Philadelphia.
Yep.
Unless something crazy happens, that's where they have their number.
By the way, it is now 10 o'clock. There's a new wave of poll closures.
Utah,
6 for us. Idaho, 4 for us. Montana, 4 for us. We're watching it.
Let's see how close we get.
We are trending.
That's our other big target Senate seat. Nevada, of course.
They only got 28%.
If the Sun Belt, we've seen the Sun Belt trends in Florida.
There you go.
We've seen it in Texas. We're seeing preliminary signs of some good results in New Mexico. I don't think we'll win it, but we can make it a lot closer. If that trend continues into Arizona and Nevada, we're going to get great results there. By the way, the polls closed an hour ago in Arizona, and
198 to 99. It was 178 at 9:30. So in a half an hour, we are up another 20 electoral votes.
Do anything until we see Mayor Copa's first drop.
Hold on, but guys, that's good. We're winning in Arizona.
Yeah, we should be. Should be up and down.
And earlies, that's a good number for us.
Yeah, that's good.
Look at that.
Right?
Yep.
Only took them an hour to get.
Is that all the earlies, not including drops though.
Let's go.
All the earlies. Yep.
Will you take that for an early?
Kansas.
Yeah. I mean, it's not 20 points.
17.
But we'll take it.
Let me see what it was in 2020. I thought it was like 19 points in 2020.
Ultimately,
I would absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have officially taken the lead in Pennsylvania. Donald Trump is
Let's go. We are officially leading PA. Let's go.
Where is the seltzer vote, guys? I'm missing it. Where is the seltzer vote?
So the AZSOS website is not reporting now or anyone yet.
New York Times is ahead of it. They have better technology. They always have. This is not.
I hate New York City for this shit.
At 32% in Iowa. Kamala is ahead by half a percent.
She will win by.
She's ahead by half a
She will
percent.
win by 9 points.
Des Moines is 90% in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's Polk County, and we also have 34% of Cedar Rapids. It's over. Like,
I can't wait, man. It's going. Let's go. Let's keep this going. Redder is better. Let's red this nation, baby.
Larry Hogan lost. What a shame.
That's too bad. They spent all that money. They spent all that wonderful money that could have gone to Kerry Lake. It was only $53.45. Could have gone. Yeah, but they spent all that money because it was like the RGA crossover.
Hug these down. Become a member, guys. Members.charliekirk.com. This might be a night you never want to forget. Might be. Just saying.
Oh, it's definitely going to be a night I'd never want to forget.
I would rather be us than them. I would rather be us than them, based on what I'm seeing right now. I would rather be us than them. By the way, that Pinal drop is above the margin that we had in Pinal in 2020.
Let's go.
It's going to get way redder.
It'll get redder with election day.
Yeah.
I love this. Let's go, guys. Keep it going.
36% of the vote in now. Way big jump. Yeah.
Maricopa drop. I don't believe that. That's crazy. Kamala won by 4,000 votes in Maricopa.
Yeah, that's quite surprising.
That's crazy.
Well, it's not the full result. We actually have more in Maricopa. It's more than that. So it's 563 to 539.
Yeah, by 24,000 votes. Mm-hmm. That means the independents went super blue. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But with the rules, with peanuts, this is gonna be a knife fight.
Yep. Yeah, we've got David Schweikert down 5 points or 5,000 votes.
It's gonna be a lot of day of drops. That's for sure. But she did way worse than Biden on that Maricopa drop, just for the record. Let me see here. Jack, go through some stuff, please.
He is up to 1.5% for Trump.
Which county?
Something just dropped the bumper back up. We're looking at it now. She's back up by about 20,000. I think it was one of the power
That's
counties.
not all the votes, Tyler. That's not all of Maricopa. It can't be.
No, I'm telling you, they've got plenty. What they're doing is they're holding back drops for her.
It's nowhere near. This is 1.123. That's only half.
That's not a full drop.
We're only
because we had 2.5 million in the universe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's pretty.
We got this. Let's go.
We had 2.5 million in earlies.
Well, they still this is where we're at with Maricopa County.
Redder is better.
A significant amount of. Yeah,
I really hope if you got out and voted, I don't care who you voted for. I just hope you went out and voted.
They needed that drop to be really good, and it wasn't.
Where's Philadelphia? We got 54
now.
Now they're saying, all right, so what the hell happened?
Just to be clear, Donald Trump right now is tied with Kamala, literally tied within 10 votes in Arizona.
Look at that right there.
And Kerry Lake's down 7.
We are only down
So that means that he's basically
3,000 votes in Pennsylvania.
There's a lot of Southeast PA to still come in.
We are only down 300,000 votes in Colorado. Oh, we are back on top right now in PA. Let's go.
Standard will be setting 32, but we want to bump this.
Yeah, we got Maine,
There you go.
New Hampshire. She's going to take New Hampshire. I hate this right here. This is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Look at Oregon. Early out west with only 1%. with only 1%
5 points.
reporting. We're already up 50% higher than dumbass. I love it.
We described that already. That's Scranton. Lycoming County, that's your fracking country. No change, but that's already a big Trump county. Clarion County, 2 points to Trump. Elk County, 2 points to Trump. Wyoming County, 2 points to Trump. Fulton, 2 point swing to Trump. So these are all those arrows that Blake was talking about. That we are seeing a lot of this swing, and some of them like Lycoming, they're just already maxed out. They're just already like you're not going to get any more out of there.
All right, we got Brett. Let's get Brett Galashewski in. Galashevsky, sorry. By the way, become a member, members.charliekirk.com, members.charliekirk.com. We have partial drops in Arizona here. Of course they would do it this way. It's so typical. Brett, what are we seeing out of Wisconsin? Go county by county, please.
Oh, yeah, let's see. Where are we at in Wisconsin?
Okay. Cliff, can you stay on, please? That'd be great. Man, I would much rather be Trump than... by the way,
we're up 20,000, 20,000, 22,000 on her. And that's with 38% reporting. So if we keep trending that way for the next 30%, that's over 60. We got it.
Just got done taking a look at the Door County numbers. This is a national bellwether county. This is a county that's correctly predicted the presidential candidate going all the way back to Bush Gore in 2000. So when you talk about like a definition of a swing county, that's it. Right now with a little under 60% reporting, it's 51-47 Trump.
Let's go.
Another national bellwether that we have in Wisconsin, Sauk, is holding the line too at 51-47.
Even in Iowa.
It's a really encouraging sign for a county out west.
I love it. Pencil this right here. This I fucking love.
Popular vote here.
So the New York Times, they have a bunch of dials. They have their electoral college estimate, their who wins estimate. They also have a popular vote estimate for the entire country.
I love it, guys. Let's keep this up.
I think the forecast was Kamala by about 2, and that's what she needs to probably win the election. Win the popular vote by 2 because we have an electoral college advantage. Right now, they have Donald Trump predicted to win the popular vote by 0.3%. He's never done that. We haven't had a Republican win the popular vote since Bush in 2004.
I mean, that would be earth-shattering, right?
Earth-shattering.
Right? Let's go.
Okay. Brett, what other county should we look at? How is Donald Trump doing in the WOWs?
So it depends here in Waukesha County. I'm still trying to figure out, I've been checking back and forth with the national committee, trying to figure out if the city of Waukesha is done reporting. If the city of Waukesha is done reporting, we're in the home stretch there. It's only going to get redder in Waukesha. Right now in Waukesha, we're looking at 58% for Trump, 39% for Kamala. I think you guys talked about this on the show a second ago. The 60% threshold seems to be the jump rope line. Ron Johnson got 62% there in 2022, and he won. Tim Michaels.
Love it. Let's go.
Got 58. Dan Kelly got 58 in our last statewide Republican race as well. So just trying to confirm if the entire city of Waukesha has reported yet. That'll make a big difference here in the WOWs.
By the way, what? Oh, no, I was going to say, Phil Klein over at National Review has said, we're seeing a massive shift in the Florida Puerto Rican vote towards Donald Trump.
Right? I love it.
Harris won the demographic 52-43. Biden won the same group 69-31, meaning Trump won by 12 points higher than Biden did.
Look at this.
The last time around.
Look at this right now.
Yeah,
I want everyone to see this.
Atlantic, it's in Alberta,
A Republican hasn't won the popular vote since Bush in 2004.
It was all a complete.
Trump's got the popular vote right now.
So what I want to look at now is as a data, what
5 million?
fabrications
5 million.
were people chasing that simply
Who closed?
and mirages.
She went from 99 to 109. Who closed? Utah?
Fall in that category. We're still waiting to see.
99.
A lot of different pieces
No.
there, but I mean, my goodness, this
I don't
huge
know.
shift towards Trump. for
Was
Puerto
it-
Ricans.
Oh, there you go.
Yes,
Colorado. Colorado closed.
Dinner is ready. I want to go pizza. No, I'm gonna keep straight.
Or, I mean, they're calling it for her.
No,
I still don't understand that, though. They're only 48% reporting, and she's only up. Well, I guess, yeah, she's up 14%. So
So Arizona, we were 2.5 million. You can go ahead and eat, like we were told 2.5 million early votes. They just dropped 1 million in Maricopa. That is basically a statistical tie, but comma up 2 at that, which doesn't make a lot of sense. So there's 1 million votes that are.
We're running the numbers right now. So as of yesterday, we had 540,000 Republicans that were reported as to have voted in Maricopa County. So you have some bleed, clearly.
No, this is not the full Trump vote.
I'm waiting on our team to get back to me.
I love this. Let's go. Redder is better.
Yeah, I mean, Donald Trump just took the lead by 20,000 votes.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at this and figure out where I want to put everybody in the driver's seat here with us on Arizona. We have probably an estimated 200 to 300,000 votes minimum that we believe Maricopa County didn't get to processing before election day today. So those, if they're trending in the same way as redder as we get closer to election day, there's a great likelihood that those are there. We don't believe that this is all the votes that are there from early voting, and then we also have a ton of drops that happen today too. So what's going to be processed tonight is going to be those election day results. We have the final numbers that came in today. We can share those. We'll throw those up on screen here shortly.
Just to be clear, we're up 24,000 votes in Arizona.
We're probably going to keep going statewide. Remember,
What kills me is New York. She gets 28 fucking electoral votes for this piece of shit state.
We're up a ton. We have
It's a great drop.
Gila County.
Is he
We're
a
up a
drop?
ton.
I don't think he was a drop.
Same, like fucking Jersey, 14. I can't stand it.
Pima County still to come.
This is all New York City.
Yuma County
I wish New York was 2 separate states. It really should be.
We'll have some bump in Cochise County and
New York and like I know they talked about it at one point doing like New York and New Amsterdam or some shit. Like I don't care what they call the second state, but
verified by the Secretary of State. That's right.
it should
And
definitely
they
be
say there's
split.
1 million in Maricopa. So there's a lot of Maricopa red votes that have not yet been tabulated. Like 1 million of them. Or like 600, 400,000 of them. Meaning that the report they sent last night was 2.5 million, right? Yes?
yeah. So I'm pulling it right now with our team.
I'm just okay. What are we seeing here right now, Jack? Jack, what is the vibe right now? Is it till Trump, till Harris? What is the vibe right now?
So it's interesting, right? Because it's still Trump. Yeah, obviously.
What is Meghan McCain saying?
Meghan McCain just tweeted, where did it go? She said, I basically said, didn't expect this early of a night. And, you know, the vibe is there. You got Meghan McCain saying things are looking the way that they're looking. But at the same time, I think there's also a tension and a hesitancy because of the 2020 experience that we all went through of knowing that, look, things look good now, but who knows what's going to happen at 3 in the morning. And so it is 10 p.m. currently on the East Coast. We are 5 hours away from 3 in the morning. However, one interesting, and I'll just say it, piece that I remember from 2020 was that they stopped counting. Remember that? Do you remember what time exactly that was? That they stopped counting in 2020. And
So there's sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, they were working up their cheat strategy, man.
so that's something to really look out for right now.
So Pima dropped same time as Mojave, of course, which is where they basically are canceling each other out, which is great.
Yeah, but Mojave plus Yavapai equals Pima usually.
Yeah, we're pretty close to that. Right now we're actually in pretty good shape. So the undervote right now for Democrats, I'll have to take a look at our poll from 2020, but the Democrats severely underperformed on
Everything.
votes down there. It looks like we're at 170 to 99 right now. Mojave County overperformed, so we were 52-16 in those early votes. We believe there's still about half the votes to be counted in Maricopa County, half the votes to be counted in Pima, where you're going to get a large swath, and then we have quite a few rural votes to count.
But they're sitting on like 600,000, 500,000 early.
There is. I'm still waiting for our team to pull. Here's the numbers. Okay, we had yesterday. Yeah, we're missing a lot of votes. So
Missing.
So, that's weird.
Let me tell you
They
what.
always report
Find the votes.
Let me tell you what was reported as of yesterday.
2.5 million votes.
As of yesterday, it was just in Maricopa. It was 542,000 Republican votes, 426,000 Democrat votes, and 339,000 independent votes.
So that's 1.2 million votes.
So there is.
Yeah, that's insane.
The numbers don't seem to add up.
1.2 million people did not in that county did not go out and vote. Get the fuck out of
here. A
here.
little bit less than that.
No way.
It was probably about 150,000 votes in there, which is odd.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Sense, right?
Very strange. But this is Maricopa County.
Maricopa gave us incomplete data as we got closer, right?
Well, and then on top of that, we know they stopped processing or they were behind. So we are hearing from good sources on the inside that Richard was behind many days in ballot processing. Then we also know you have weekends, so you have weekend drops. We know that we were doing very well with our low propensity votes in those days as well in the last week leading up. So basically, the entire last week, for the most part, is perhaps unaccounted for right now in Maricopa County, and in early drops or early.
When will they get to them?
So right now, as of where we stand right now, they'll count the votes that happen today in person first, and then they'll start processing.
And those should be favorable to us. Should be.
Yeah, I mean,
What did we close in election day?
So today, I don't have the final totals. I'll get that from our team right now, but where we were at the 6 o'clock hour was 250,000 votes in Maricopa County. 91,000 were Republican, 103,000 were third party or independent, 54,000 were Democrat.
Yeah. Okay.
So we outperformed significantly the Democrat Party, but there were a lot of independents who showed up.
And we don't know the drops. We don't know drops.
And I'll be honest, seemingly the independents were not favorable to us as much as we were hoping for. We're gonna run the numbers, but the problem is we don't have really complete data here. Because
we're missing Gila. We're also missing some of our best counties.
Maricopa County.
What?
Center County.
Did it flip? No way.
Charlie, not only did it flip.
Can we get Cliff on, please?
With 63% of the vote. See, CNN says 63%. New York Times has 66% in Center County, 51-48 for Donald Trump. Center County, State College, Penn State.
Let's go.
111,000 record turnout.
We are
there
up
last weekend for the Penn State game.
almost 100,000.
By the way, Charlie, I do have to bring up a point with you here, man. Gotta say it. So I went to the Penn State Ohio State game.
19.
Largest attendance of any Penn State game in history, and I did not wear earplugs.
Okay.
I didn't wear earplugs at all, buddy.
All right, let's.
So the quick math that we're doing here
There's missing votes in Maricopa
is
County.
they didn't report all the returns. So
It's still close.
it's 426. This is like par for the course with these idiots. It's like literally.
And just to contrast this, the first drop in 2020, we were down 9 points, right, Tyler? The first drop in 2020, we were down 9 points, and now we're basically tied. And it only gets redder from here. Become a member today, members.charliekirk.com. Right now, the New York Times says that Trump is favored to win Wisconsin by 1.1 points. Win Iowa by 11. Hear that, Ann Seltzer? Win Arizona by 4. This is a New York Times projection right now.
Let's go.
Win Pennsylvania by 1.9. And where's Michigan? Michigan by 2.1, guys. Wow.
Wait, they're missing 200,000 votes.
The way these are moving,
Maricopa County didn't report 200,000 votes.
So I think the thing with the New York Times dial, I've been around the block with the dial a few times. Maybe they've changed it, but the way I tend to remember the dial is they don't really adjust other states based on how other states are doing. So it's just they're looking at the results of each specific state.
Right.
So given how far we've seen Pennsylvania move, for instance, Pennsylvania's basically moved, I want to say, about like 2 points over the course of the night, and it seems like it could continue to move. Minnesota is only Harris plus 3.8 right now, and it is 2% in. So
we might see that one start moving into territory. If we start winning these by enough, Minnesota is in play. It is. They currently have it as the closest one. They think Harris is still going to win. Virginia by 5. They've called that one. Nothing else too terribly remarkable. Okay, I have some data to share. So I'm just eyeballing the votes that they have alleged to have been cast.
And we're missing counties. We're missing Hilo. We're missing Graham. We're missing Cochise, which is a great county for us. Missing La Paz.
I'm going through all this, guys.
Which is not good for us.
Going through all this.
And Greenlee. Okay, email us freedom@charliekirk.com while Tyler goes and
what I'm noticing here, what it seems like to me, is the 200,000 votes they chose not to report.
Yep. Are from what district?
Appear to be
from Glendale.
Appear to be redder, and here's the reason why.
Because the CDs aren't performing. That's why.
Well, because right now, like for example, yeah, exactly. Andy Biggs is like only 11 points up.
Right. So he should be like 25 points up.
He should be like 20 points up.
Right.
David Schweikert's behind, and we know that the numbers in CD1 were very favorable on Republicans. We were up like 20,000 votes for Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some probably redder areas of CD1 that are missing pieces there. I'm going to pull the entire breakdown. I'm going to have our team.
Can we bring Cliff in, please? Cliff, are you there? Can we unmute Cliff, please?
You guys got me?
Yeah, Cliff, Donald Trump has a 100,000 vote lead in Pennsylvania. What's going on here? They're saying that the rules are 95% in. So walk me through this.
Yeah, well, first I got to give you credit, Charlie. I don't think we're going to bypass Center County without you taking a bow. Let me actually talk specifically about Center and back up Jack here. Okay, Center County in 2020, the Dems won with 52% of the vote. And right now we are leading. Now there's a lot of votes that come in, but Charlie, you endorsed Therese Holland. And Therese Holland is in a district that everyone said there was no shot she could win. You guys show up and do your event on campus, and right now it is 50 to 49. She's down. But the fact that this is even close, there's 68% of the vote in right now. And I want to talk to you about 2020 in this same district. So she's down right now 50 to 49 in this same exact district 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
So she's looking at, I mean, what do we got? 112? What just closed?
Right now is a 1-point difference. This is a monumental moment. Charlie, I got to keep saying thank you. I'm not trying to kiss your ass too much. That's Center County event. We need you to do that in every single swing house district in the country for the next 4 years. I need you to commit to that.
Wait, hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Can you hold right there, Cliff? Ohio result. Is it true that Donald Trump won Ohio by? He won Ohio, guys, by
12
points.
points.
Still coming in. That's unbelievable. That's a good sign for Pennsylvania, by the way. Very, very good sign.
Yes, sir.
So thank you, Cliff. That's very kind of you. Let's go
I fucking hate New York.
Let's go. Any other counties we're looking at, Cliff? What is their path? If they were to win Pennsylvania, what does their path look like right now?
Philadelphia County. I mean, some of these collar counties, I'm with Jack on this. They're still incomplete. If we look at Bucks County, right now we've got 43% of the vote, and back in 2020 we had 48%. So they are making some gains there. If I look at Philly County, in right now we're at about 19%. That's trickling up depending on what site you're looking at. And back in 2020 though, we only had about 17, 18%. So we're making some gains there. If I go to Chester County, okay, back in 2020 we had about 41%. Right now we're at about 43 to 44%. So Charlie, the problem they have is there's not anything that they can point to say, listen, there is a chance for a significant amount of votes to make up for where they are, except Philly County. And Jack, if you want to chime in or disagree, I mean, to me, Philadelphia County, that's their Hail Mary here. That's the only thing they have left that is going to be a significant drop that could really shift this race, because everything seems to be moving in Trump's direction in PA when you look statewide.
And it's certainly possible. I mean, we're still seeing only about 50% of the vote in Philadelphia. Kamala Harris currently under 80% in Philly. That's pretty expected, but there's just so much left out that we're still looking at. Bucks, only has 35 in Montgomery County, 39
See
in
if we can get
Chester
another
County, only 11% in Chester
map
County
in.
right now, and then Delaware 26. So I mean, it's like, guys, what are you doing down there? And you know, this is why that when you see people holding votes like this is why you get people out there who get very upset about their elections.
Donald Trump was up 7 points in Iowa. Ann Seltzer should never be taken seriously. New York Times says that he's going to win Iowa by 11. And she said that Kamala was up 3 in Iowa.
Did you see her?
That's a big myth.
You are a disgrace, Ann Seltzer. You did the bidding of the Democrat Party to try to bail them out on a weekend where obviously their internals were collapsing. Your career is over. That's all I have to say.
Do you remember? Did you watch her Mark Alpern interview? I watched every minute.
No, she defended it.
I watched every minute of it.
Yes.
And she asked, when they showed her Ryan Gradusky's tweet, and he said R's, D's at the splits, and she goes, "What does the R and the D represent on this?"
No, I know.
Like, America's best pollster, folks. America's best pollster, and she seems nice temperamentally, but I'm sorry, that was just. I mean, your whole career just went up in flames, and your legacy just went up in flames. Your entire legacy gone in the blink of an eye.
We should do a tweet about Seltzer. I mean, it's so pathetic. I mean, it's just.
Actually, let me see if anyone's.
Oh, I'm sure she's trending.
Yeah.
To me, the popular vote actually tilting Trump is the most remarkable result of
Has
this
she
night.
tweeted anything?
We're up to 0.8 estimated Trump popular vote win, and that's without anything coming in from California, where if California remotely reflects what we've seen in New York, New Jersey, we're seeing a big pro-Trump swing in places that are basically safe blue seats, or safe blue states. Like, Trump could win by 1%, 2%.
I mean, I'm just going to because look, all the polls are closed. Basically, the New York Times gives Donald Trump an 82% chance of becoming president right now.
82, and it just keeps ticking up a little bit every time there's a new dump.
Now we even take a look at this right now, and even on 270thewin.com, they're showing, even though they haven't, they're saying that PA is a toss-up. It's not.
MAGA hats for you guys. You might be like
North Carolina is
right now,
not.
guys. Members.charliekirk.com.
McCormick's starting to pick up some speed here. And
I don't know if Ann Seltzer's trending, but there's a lot. There's a lot that's tweets about her right now.
And I want to point this out too.
It's
Mike Rogers isn't that far
It's a
behind.
great
Slotkin.
race, man.
So you've got Slotkin within striking distance. You got Tammy Baldwin within striking distance, 6,000 vote margin there. You know, we just barely got initial drops with Carrie Gallego. On the initial, which we knew it was going to be bad.
Donald Trump takes the lead in Arizona.
She's only down 6 points.
There you go. Let's see.
Right now, which is really bad for Gallego. Because again, remember,
we were
down 9 points in the last presidential.
Just to be clear, Donald Trump was down with drops at this point.
By 9 points,
and we are up in drops. Donald Trump has the lead right now in Arizona. The lead.
It hasn't caught up.
And they're playing all sorts of games over at Merck right now, or whatever. I don't want to get sued. That's it.
We're not gonna say the name of the company, but here's the deal.
We're not gonna do that.
They did withhold. They're missing 200,000 from what they reported yesterday.
There it is.
Race call, decision desk. Georgia has been called for Donald J. Trump.
Let's go. Georgia.
Charlie, back
Georgia's in the
Arizona.
books,
We're
baby.
still waiting on Cochise. We're still waiting on Apache.
Dude, everyone's texting me as if it's over.
And you know
It's
what?
not over yet.
Hi, I'm AI girlfriend.
I mean, it's
and I invite you to a world of pleasure created by
I know it's not over yet, but
You know what? Screw these guys. I'm calling Iowa. We're calling Iowa right now.
Like that Trump is president. He's not president yet.
No, guys, we still have a long way to go. We still have Nevada. We still have Arizona. We still have Michigan. We still have Wisconsin.
I mean, Iowa, yeah.
It's going to take 2 more days. Crack the Rust Belt. Crack the Rust Belt. It's going to take 2 more.
I mean,
like,
Minnesota,
Georgia, the cake is baked, everybody. That is huge. By the way, email me freedom@charliekirk.com. I want to hear from
I don't
you
care.
guys.
It's 75%. We're already up almost 10 points in North Carolina. Call it, dude.
For the next 3 days.
By the way, the margin for Trump is getting bigger and bigger.
So here's the schedule. So here's the schedule. Between now and midnight Eastern time, we were expecting Georgia, North Carolina, and potentially Michigan to be called. We're going to get partial results from Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Arizona, and
I love it.
initials from Nevada, because Nevada's going to be last to close here. Tomorrow from morning in the early morning time, we probably will have a decision on Wisconsin and for sure Michigan by that point. we probably still will not know Pennsylvania, Arizona, Nevada.
Guys, McCormick's up 1 in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's what
He's up 1, baby. He's up 1.
He's up 1.
So, Cliff, I got to ask you though, what is her path? Can I say it again? If she were to, it's all Philadelphia County. I mean, when are we going to find that out? You know, St.
It's
Patrick's Day.
Philadelphia. It's it's Philadelphia. It's Bucks. It's Chester. It's Montgomery, and it's Delaware County. Until those get above 50 or 70%, I'm with Poso on this. You know, we have to kind of wait and see if there's any type of major shift. But right now, I'd much rather be us than them. Right? Philadelphia County. I'm not saying Philadelphia County is going to decide the race. I'm saying that's their only play. That's their only Hail Mary are these collar counties and Philadelphia itself. And I mean, look, we're doing the math here at PHA's headquarters. I don't see the math out
come
there.
on.
But
I'd
I'm
like
not
to
going to
see.
celebrate until
I'd like
I
to see at least a
what
point
these election day
in
totals are going to
Virginia.
come to. But right now, when you look at what what Harris is doing in Philadelphia, I don't think there's any world where she tracks to the 603,000 number that Biden had in Philadelphia County. But we don't know because the votes aren't in. It's one of the most non-trusted counties in American politics. And so we want to see what they try to do, what they try to report. But there's no way they don't report election day numbers tonight. Jack, am I wrong? I mean, are they not going to report those that were election day? That would be a new low for them.
I mean, they could. It's Bob Brady, man. It's Philadelphia. You can't put anything past these guys. Remember, Barack Obama had a tweet up earlier today saying, we have to trust the process, and this could take several days to count all of these votes, and we really need to pay attention to our
Elon just
election
tweeted game,
officials."
set, match. That's what
Let's not be arrogant.
Elon is sitting next to Trump.
I'm not spiking the football team.
And there's no spike in the football.
Yeah.
And yes, they can hold back whatever they want to hold back in Philadelphia. And these are huge serious. Like I guess the only way they wouldn't be able to do that is if the Royals just come out with a much too convincing of a margin. So we'll see. Right, we'll really see. But I would not put anything. Bad things happen in Philadelphia. Do not put anything past them. So I'm staying frosty.
No, I mean,
I am staying so
guys,
frosty.
we
Call
are,
me
we're
Jack
not,
Frost.
I'm not here till I get an AP call.
Call me Jack Frost. All right. So I am staying frosty. And I'm staying frosty. I will fly back to Pennsylvania right now if I have.
So here's the
I'll
problem.
go down to the airport and hijack a plane and fly all the way there.
Here's the problem of what we have in Maricopa County right now.
All right.
And I want to share this problem with everybody because we're going to talk our way through it. Because they decided not to report 200,000 or close to 200,000 ballots. We don't really know which ballots we're looking at. So we're gonna have to. So our team in headquarters right here is gonna have to figure out, try to decipher out what places we're missing, and that's gonna start to tell us where we think we're missing.
Iowa. By the way, the New York Times says Trump's going to win Iowa by 12. Ann Seltzer, the gold standard, said that Iowa was going to be 3 points for Kamala.
Just a chill 15-point miss in your final flagship.
I've got a breaking inside
I love it.
source
Let's go.
has informed me that Ann
What
Seltzer
we got? What do we
has
got?
fled to Canada. She is on her way there right
It's not
now.
going to work though because Trump is going to annex.
She's
Canada.
attempted. Well, she's going to have to keep going. She's going to have to keep
Wait, we
going.
can make jokes now because the election's over.
I guess. We're going to annex Canada. We're going to buy Greenland. We're going to. No one will escape.
All right.
Messing around.
Arizona continues to come in. The New York Times says 76% chance of us winning Arizona. Trump plus 4.2 is their current projection. Wisconsin, what?
Great God. He goes, the Ann Seltzer poll was the political equivalent of an adult dream when the sexy stranger turns out to be a naked mole rat.
Charlie, I want to point.
By the way, what's going on in Lip Twitter right now? Can you give me some highlights?
Well,
Have they started melting down? I don't think they're.
If you search "kill myself" by latest, you get a lot of content.
No one do that.
No one do that. We just about.
Guys, Blake, we just lost YouTube. We literally just did.
Crap. Sorry about that.
Doug, if you're watching on YouTube, we'll put the stream back up.
We'll put it back up.
Dude, we have
Sorry about that.
275,000
Sorry about that.
returns.
Sorry about that. Here's where
You're sleeping with my bully.
Ew, no. Not personal. You think I'd slum it with a level 2?
Well, I was going to ask you out, but I'm only a level 1, and I don't even have an ability.
But you have an ability. The ability to waste my time.
Wait.
All right, let's look at walls. All right. Well, because a dumbass. All right, pegs. Decided to say something stupid. We lost Charlie Kirk, but that's all right. He said he's going to get it back up. I believe him. Let's give them
And we are going to
a
fix
little
Mr.
bit and see if we
But think
can't
about-
get this to come back up.
And we are going to fix Mr.
Oh man. Well, let's see. All right, let's go. All right, let's look at walls. All right, pegs. All right, let's go. All right, we are still looking at a 198 112 split. I mean, it looks like she's going to take New Mexico. I mean, and that's not surprising, but I dig this. I mean, we are essentially tied in Arizona right now at 50% reporting. So that's anybody's game. Kansas at almost 79%. We are up 11 points. We are up 12 points in Iowa at 50%. 20 points in Minnesota, but only 4% reported. 54%, we are up by 2 points. I mean, Georgia's getting close to, I mean, it's over, I don't know. North Carolina, I really wish we'd just see him blow it out the water. Pennsylvania, I'm loving this right now. I am absolutely loving y'all. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. The redder, the better. Absolutely. All right, y'all. Just take a look at this map. I will be right back. All right, I am back. Let's see if Charlie got his stuff back up.
Hold on.
Yeah, so Jack and I are obviously looking at Philly County. We did get some new numbers in. Over half of Philadelphia is now in. And so what we're looking at right now is we're at 21%. It has been trending in the right direction. Dems are at about, obviously, like 77%.
All right, we're back.
But that's 56% of Philadelphia County in. And I just want to remind people, we're at 21%. Biden kept Trump to 18% in Philadelphia in 2020. And like I said, we're still awaiting on 71,000 mail-in votes. So those need to be counted for Philly. But the raw amount that she has right now in Philadelphia County, if I'm looking at this right, is about 307,000. And once again, she's got to get to 600,000 just to match Biden. But with all these dips we're talking about, right, Lackawanna, Center County, all these areas where she's losing ground from where Biden was, that 603 number now has to go up.
Oh, yeah.
So we're talking about her needing to get to 650 or 700,000 raw votes in Philadelphia to have a viable shot.
Right
now, 56% of the vote is in. A lot of that has been mail. So you're seeing the trends. I'm not saying Republicans are winning, but her margin of increased votes is decreasing. And she's got to get to 650 or 700,000. And she's currently at 307,000 raw votes. This is it, guys. Right? She's got to either dominate this county and then pad the numbers with the Coward counties, or one of the Coward counties, Jack, has to be some huge surprise that we weren't expecting. But right now, I love the way the numbers are trending.
They only get 4.
Yeah, I mean, the Coward counties are pretty much what we expected. There's nothing that I'm seeing as a mass surprise. There's nothing that I'm seeing that's like jumping out at me that's got me freaking out in any way. It's like, but again, Charlie, it's like you were saying before. It's with these incremental gains in the counties that we needed, the incremental gains in the West, and the big one that I got to keep going back to. And Charlie, this was
20.
You go into Penn State. How many times did you go to Penn State?
Just once, but we did 5 events throughout Turning Point.
Okay,
yeah.
So 5 Turning Point events, and then you and I, we were there in Penn State.
One of the most epic Turning Point events of all time.
And Center County is with 71% in. Trump is up 47 in Center County, which is a blue
I'm not saying we won already
so you've
either.
got crossover Democrats there. You've got people coming out for Trump. You've got independents coming, 28,000 to 26,000 votes in Center County.
Redder the better, baby.
So when I was talking before about how that was one of their blue wells that they would be able to draw from, it looks like Charlie Kirk stopped it up.
Wow. Very kind. It's very sweet. Guys, you can become a member today, members.charliekirk.com, members.charliekirk.com. I will sign a hat for you right here. The blue wall is falling in front of our eyes, guys. It's falling. Georgia is done. North Carolina is done. We're not ready to say Arizona's done, but
we're not
Michigan
is yet.
New York Times just ticked up Michigan at 2.5.
So we are chipping away with pickaxes at the blue wall right now.
So
let's
millions
go.
Of us.
So I actually have with our team, I have a little bit of a prediction here. The 200,000, it's a little bit less than I think 200,000 votes that weren't counted in Maricopa County. They should break about 60-40 for Kerry. Be in that ballpark. Kerry should be pretty much tied with Ruben Gallego, and that is horrible for the Democrats.
Wow. Yeah, and by the way, they're holding back a lot of votes. I'm telling you,
that is horrible for the Democrats. I can almost guarantee you, Stephen, who could see these votes, there's a reason why they held back these 200,000 votes.
It would have been a mass demoralization.
It's like I was going to say, it sounds like the recorder version of the Seltzer poll.
And so I know I'm getting blown up. I have like 90,000 messages. What about Kerry? What about Kerry? Kerry is.
Tell them to watch the stream.
Back at 100.
Watch the stream. We're going to be here all the next 3 days while we go through this and wait for Pennsylvania probably to get litigated and Arizona to get litigated, and Nevada if it matters. Is Kerry, my guess is probably right behind on the heels of Ruben Gallego once all the votes are actually counted. She's probably in the 570s. I'm sorry, when the math all kind of maths itself out, she's probably maybe 20 or 30,000 votes down. That is a huge improvement from where Donald Trump started.
And don't forget some of the polling put Kerry in the last like week, 2 weeks, much closer.
Well, and that's why people are seeing this right now. They're going, "Oh, that looks like the polling because it looks like she's 10 points behind." Guys, there's votes missing, and we know where they're missing from. They're missing. I just sent them to you and Charlie, Andrew. We're missing 67,000 votes in CD1, Scottsdale, and everything else.
Yep.
Where we know that David Schweiker was, or the Republicans were up like 30,000 votes. We're missing 51,000 votes in CD4, where Kelly Cooper was up like 5,000 votes on Greg Stanton, like unbelievably. We're missing 108,000 votes in CD5. Do you guys know where CD5 is at?
Where? Can I nationalize this for a second?
Yeah.
Because we got a lot of people. So if you guys have any questions about other races, please email us freedom@charliekirk.com. Because
we'll go through some of these congressional races.
I do. I just want to be clear a couple things though. Donald Trump leads an estimated 20% in Muskegon County, a county that Biden won by 0.6%, and that Whitmer won by 8%, which is amazing. Also, the Montana Senate race we have our eyes on. And if you guys want to become a member, I will sign you a hat tonight. It will be signed on the night you never want to forget. Members.charliekirk.com. Members.charliekirk.com. Truly.
By the way, Arizona just ticked up slightly on New York Times. CD5, by the way, is Andy Biggs, which is a rock rib ruby red district.
We're missing 100,000 votes from that.
105,000. Don't cut.
Yeah,
don't
105,000 votes.
Honestly,
yeah, you best not
single 1,000
forget
votes
5,000.
in the CD5 that are going to break what 65% Trump. Yeah,
or 70.
I mean, and Kerry's going to get the lion's share of those. Yeah, exactly.
I just got a funny one to share with everyone. White House official texted me that Joe Biden went to bed around 9:30.
No way. That's not even a joke.
And I literally, you can
He's tired.
My texts right here, Andrew.
Fucking sick of sniffing people.
And, look, I just got one in. Biden stopped watching around 9:30. Orders to wake him up if winner is determined tonight.
Yeah, do that second part.
So wait, this is sick. This is sick stuff, though. The fact that Maricopa County withheld. Here's what I believe is going on here. Okay, Maricopa County withheld results because the results are not in yet from Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. The entire face of this race changes once Arizona comes in and once Nevada comes in.
The smart people see what we see in Arizona, which is it's very good. Does someone have the Montana Senate race by any chance?
Yeah, let's get it. I got you.
Let me read that message.
It's worth reading.
But I mean, you saw it. You saw it come in. All right, I'm sitting here.
Go figure.
Per White
Fucking
House
New
official,
York.
Per Biden White House official, U.S. Secret Service is preparing to mobilize additional resources to Florida in the coming hours.
Fucking Bernie Sanders. People still fucking look what?
So that thing's over.
But I love the fact that he took a seat from the Dems, so that's fucking great. And we gained one seat so far. Look at the House.
Did you see the race?
I love this shit. Look at this.
62% of PA is in.
Look at this.
If you're telling me there's more, I'll dive in on those. 63% of Philly is in, but 87% of Allegheny is in. And so when I look at that, more of Philadelphia and Allegheny
Fuck
are
New
in
York City.
than the rest of the state, and Trump still holds nearly a 3% lead statewide. So obviously we got to keep track of those numbers. But for the fact that those are their strongholds,
I love
they're
it.
above the current statewide numbers. We've still got a lot of Republican votes out there that are going to be counted.
Let's go, guys. Red the nation.
Michigan? Are you serious?
Roger, it's only 25% in.
Let's see.
Blake, can you pull that? The operative word from Harris headquarters is
3,000
silence.
votes.
Silence. The operative word from the Harris headquarters is silence.
By the way, New York Times is not called Virginia for what it's worth.
Decision desk projects Bernie Moreno.
Wow.
Decision desk projects
Let's
Bernie.
go. Bernie.
There you go. That's a flip.
So
That is a flip.
here's where we stand on the Senate, guys. We have
I love it.
a really solid shot right now in Pennsylvania and Michigan. So you got McCormick.
I love how they're like New Hampshire, you're dumb. Maine, nah. Vermont, nah.
Conservatives to come
New
out
York,
for
nah. all this
McCormick's got a
shit.
real strong shot right now. You've got
Virginia,
Michigan is
Rogers
heading
North
in a
Carolina,
really great
you're
direction
key.
because
South
they're
Carolina,
running out of money.
Georgia, key.
You guys,
Florida,
this
key.
is the hoodie that all of TikTok has been going crazy about because it's literally made with material to help with stress and anxiety.
Wisconsin, key.
Comfort
Michigan,
makes
key.
all of their clothes just a slightly heavier, slightly lighter material that's super oversized that you just feel super calm when you're wearing it. Like
I
you're
love
laying
it. Let's
in a
red
blanket
this
almost.
nation, man.
And as you can
Redder
see, they're
is
like always sold
better.
out because it's the
Don't
whole
ever
about
forget
them.
that shit.
Hovde, he just took the lead.
Wow.
Eric Hovde just went 7,000 up.
Wow.
Oh.
I was right.
Oh, Madison's out of votes. We'll have to. I thought we had Brett on the line. Did Brett ever get in?
Yeah, he did. We got to get him back.
We gained 2 seats in the House. They lost 3. Let's go.
And the wall came down.
Yeah, by the way, New York Times says Wisconsin 67% chance of going Trump. By the way, this is happening gradually and suddenly. I want you all right now in the audience to remember what you're eating, what you're doing, what you're seeing. You might just be witnessing history.
Just went up 69%.
Yeah, you might. It's happening gradually, then suddenly, guys. They're running out of votes, and we have a lot of votes left.
Look at this. We are still up in the popular vote.
52% of the vote
Hasn't
right
been
now.
done by a Republican since 2004. This was George Bush.
Right now, and the Green Party candidate has already racked up 30,000 votes.
Brett is still on the Zoom. If we can get both of them, both Cliff and Brett. By the way, become a member today. Members.charliekirk.com. I'm signing hats for all of you. We right now have 177,000 people on the stream. Not bad for a pickup stream.
Independent. Let me take
it's right now.
Nebraska.
Geez, Wisconsin is looking strong for Trump, man. That's a strong turnout right now for Donald J. Trump. And
fuck yeah, we got to buy. With 58% already reporting, we're up 40,000.
Yeah, I mean, tell me about that. The fact that that's competitive, Brett, congratulations. But, I mean, how much is that a shift from what we were seeing?
I love it.
I mean,
let's keep it going.
Brett, welcome back. Brett is our what is his title? Wisconsin.
Well, he's the
enterprise director for all of our national field program.
But he's also Mr. Wisconsin. He's with
Mr.
a name
Wisconsin.
like Brett Galashevsky. That's about as Polish as it gets. By the way, can we just quickly?
Excuse me.
Can we get what you just said? We should get up on screen.
Exactly. Can we throw up 176 right now? Everybody, look at this map. This is the counties that have shifted red.
That's unbelievable.
Look at that. Look at that sea of red. Look at this, Tyler.
I love it.
That is a.
Where's it at?
That is a political realignment in our midst.
That is a once in a generation reputation.
That is a bad news
of the American Democrat. That is everything we saw on campuses, everything that we sensed, all that pulse. Again, I'm not saying Trump's going to win yet, but Cliff, Brett, fill me in. What's the path for them? What needs to happen here? I mean, they're running out of votes in Wisconsin, Brett. I'm looking at Dane County. I'm looking at Milwaukee. It's something to look at here, but Trump is up 40,000 votes. Brett, am I missing something in the great state of Wisconsin?
No, this is super incredible to see. I was a little worried about 10 minutes ago because it looked like Waukesha County was almost done counting, and they are. Waukesha County is essentially done here, and Trump's at 58.6, and Hovde's at 59.4. You have to hit that 60% threshold, and we might not get there in Waukesha County. However, we are racking the score up in Washington County, another critical part of the Loudoun counties.
Red the
Trump's at
nation,
70%,
baby.
with a little under half of the precincts reporting. And then in Dane County, we're holding the line here, guys. The goal was 23%. Both Trump and Hovde are at 24%. I'm shocked to see this, but I think the real story right now is going to be Kenosha County. We have an opportunity to offset that Waukesha underperformance in Kenosha County. Something that might be the difference maker. Trump's up by 8 right now with a little over 75% reporting. That's a county he won by 3 in 2020, and that is essentially a Chicago suburb. So that is really telling, guys, Kenosha County.
Cliff, Allegheny County, my data people say that Allegheny 91% and Harris 60-39 was Biden 59-39. So we have to cross that stream. Are you worried about that? Are there good votes for us remaining? Is that a big deal? What's going on there?
Yeah, I mean, I think Allegheny County right now, I mean, based on what we did, this is one of our major targets, right? We know the Dems. I mean, look, you have to look at what they poured into it, too. And they had tons. They probably had about 60 staffers on the ground just focusing on Allegheny County. But the fact that 87% is in Charlie, they don't have the votes out. Right? Sure, the margin might not be where we wanted it to be, and depending on what comes in, I think we could still improve. But I just don't think they have enough votes out there in Allegheny County for us to think that it's going to be some shift when they're currently down by over 100,000 votes.
Andrew, can you read that from the New York Times? In the meantime, members.charliekirk.com. New York Times now says Arizona has a 78% chance of winning. Trump by 4.5. The slow data here. We'll get to that later.
Can't.
Can you read
Yeah,
that?
so,
I can't
so
wait. I love it.
This
Let's
relates
go.
to Pennsylvania, so listen up. This is from Katie Gluick from the New York Times. Democrats bet big on abortion rights as a major motivator. And for many voters, it was. But for some voters in states where abortion access is currently protected, the issue felt less urgent, according to a number of lawmakers and voters she spoke with while reporting in Michigan and Pennsylvania.
That means Trump played it right.
He played it right.
Yep.
That means Trump played it right.
He played it right.
Guys,
Yeah,
I don't want to
look, I
celebrate
think-
preemptively, but this is unbelievable.
If that's true.
I think their biggest mistake is thinking that black men in Philadelphia and Pittsburgh were going to be excited about the abortion issue as this number one issue. And I think Trump's messaging on the economy, it just worked. I mean, listen, we had 25 black PA chasers. And at first I was hesitant to talk about this, but the results that they got at the door, I mean, Charlie, I've mentioned this on your show before. They hate Kamala Harris. It doesn't connect. She's not authentic. And they connect with Donald Trump for a lot of different reasons. But I'll tell you, the biggest one is he puts more food on the table and more food in your bank account, or more money in your bank account. That's it, right? People try to overthink this. And Harris went all in on this idea that he's a threat to democracy and that Trump is this monster and that he's going to take away your right to an abortion. These black guys don't give a crap about that. And I just think, I mean, look, they didn't have to have increases of 20%. But if we increase this 5 or 10%, that's why you're seeing this lack of enthusiasm.
I got to interrupt you guys. Guys, I mean, Andrew, am I looking at what you're looking at?
It just ticked up as soon as I went to it. Here,
Holy
hold
crap.
on, don't here. Production team, put this graphic. This is a big reveal of an update from the New York Times tracker. Trump is projected currently. Now this could move to win the popular vote by
1.1%. That has not, a Republican has not won the popular vote since 2004. It was George Bush.
For mass deportations, that's a mandate
We're going to Mars. We are going to Mars. And they're going back. They're going back.
I'm going to tell you what else.
Think of the things that Trump said on this campaign trail, and he's winning the popular vote.
Hold on, Nate Cohn. For the first time tonight, we consider Trump likely to win the presidency. He has an advantage in each of Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. To win, Harris would need to sweep all three. There's still a lot of vote left, but in the voting so far, Trump is narrowly but discernibly ahead.
Can I tell you
Are they
something?
trying to let down their audience slowly? Is that
I don't know. It's like a call without a call.
Have you heard the line, "The cat is on the roof"?
I have not.
So the cat is on the roof is like this. It's like and this is the Scott Adams thing, so I'll just say it. It's when you have to deliver someone bad news, you break it to them slowly. So let's say you're watching somebody's house and you accidentally kill their cat. Well, it's a hypothetical. So you would
be careful with what we talk
about. No, it's hypothetical. It's hypothetical. So you would call them up, and at first you would say, "Hey, your cat's on the roof."
Enough, guys. Enough of this stuff.
And
we get our feet pulled again. All right,
we're not going there. It's just delivering bad news.
Delivering bad news.
It's totally fair.
Can I deliver some good news for us?
Yeah, seriously.
So we're in right now. So we're going to look at the congressional races, and we're going to get into this while we're waiting for results, like for hours and hours and hours for the rest of the time. So I'm not going to get way ahead. And I don't want to get way ahead. But right now in Maine 2, Austin Terriot is winning by 2 or 3 points. Just pulled that up. It is right now a 2-point advantage, which is great for Trump.
Oh yeah.
I looked at that most recently for Maine, but that is one of the swing districts that we're looking at to retain the House. And let's talk about the implications with this. We already know we got the Senate. We got a unbreakable Senate now at this point. We're on a great track for President Trump.
Yep.
Now what we have to look at, can we get the trifecta of the House? Because here's what the Democrats' dream is, as soon as Trump gets elected, or he gets elected by the Electoral College, they were going to throw out absolute fit, 14th Amendment stuff, and then they were going to immediately, they knew that wasn't going to work, they were going to immediately impeach the guy. They can't do that now if we retain the House. So as we look westward, I've got a list of a bunch of different races that we're looking at. It starts with Maine, that still hasn't been called, but that is a great track to be on, and this map overall is putting us on the beaten path here to have the trifecta.
I want to thank some more members here really quick. I want to thank Ellen, members.charliekirk.com, Jacob, Ben, Kayla, Nicholas, Arthur, Charles, Brandon, members.charliekirk.com, Caleb, David, and more. That is members.charliekirk.com. As long as the website doesn't crash, you guys can get in the running for a free hat by taking out your podcast app, typing in Charlie Kirk Show, screenshotting and email us freedom@charliekirk.com. Okay, how are we doing here on Arizona? We're still waiting for a lot of votes.
Arizona, we're missing 200,000 votes. So we just got news, and we'll talk more about this because, again, we don't want to get way out ahead because Arizona's going to be the program for the next 2 days. Mm-hmm. But we just found out by some reporting that was made available from Maricopa County to their favorite reporter, Jim Feifeld, that they have only counted through last Tuesday.
Yeah, so it's the bluest stuff.
Yeah. This last week, we caught up significantly. 6 isn't really covered in Maricopa County, but CD4, CD1, and CD5.
We're going to be good.
We're going to be good. So, and again, I was just texting Carrie Lake's team. I feel really good. I think she's probably really close to Ruben Gallego on initial drops if they would have actually done their job and counted all these votes.
I agree.
And that, my friends, is a very bad place to be in if you're a Democrat going into Election Day.
I love the fact that with 0% reporting, they already called California. Which she's going to get anyway, because California is probably the dumbest state in the union. And they get 54 electoral votes.
I'm growing it on behalf of Erica.
Charlie, will you grow an Erica?
Nobody else is even close. Texas?
Charlie would have a sick handlebar mustache. It would be a sick handlebar.
You know, when I first started working with you, you didn't have great facial hair. It's growing.
I don't grow great. Harris campaign chair says to CNN, "We'll see you tomorrow."
Oh, they went to bed. They went to bed. That's it.
With 70% reporting, Trump is up 4 points in Pennsylvania.
Everyone go home.
Yeah, they're literally. By the way, it's. I just texted the New York Times reporter. Can I read what? I'm not going to say who. And he says, I think that Trump's going to sweep all 7. That's what he said.
She's 3 in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. By the way, guys, we need more clips of the libs on TV. We're way behind on this, guys.
Let's.
Harris campaign says it's not going to be resolved tonight in their eyes.
Here we go.
Great election.
I told you this. I told you in 2010, her first statewide race, which, by the way, the state of California, got to say it, the watermelon head himself, Adam Schiff, United States Senator. Yeah, well, we knew it was going to come, but just enjoy that sense. But she refused to concede that race for 3 weeks in the Attorney General's race, and she discovered another 50,000 votes and turned the gap into a 38,000 vote lead, and that's statewide in California. So she barely won that thing.
Okay, wait, we should play. If you want a meltdown clip, go ahead and this is the race lady. This is Joy Reid, 170.
It's a pure Project 2025 in miniature in Florida, and that kind of extreme, sort of extremist, right-wing, fascist-type government in Florida, does that make it a more attractive place?
This is going to be great.
He's broken her mind.
Broke her brain.
Her brain is just gone. It's just gone now.
Wait, this is their warm-up act, right?
Yeah, this isn't even like it's going to be like screaming and gnashing. This is early. This is early.
No, this is not a
All right, let's play cut 178.
178. It's good.
And again, I think this is becoming a bit of a theme we're seeing in multiple states now, the Hispanic vote. Why did Trump make some progress? It was small, but it was there in Philadelphia in 2020. It was because he improved with Hispanic voters in Hispanic areas of the city. With 2/3 of the vote in Philadelphia now, it's 77-21. Well, that looks terrible, but compare that to 2020 and look at that. Trump is running 3.5 points better in Philadelphia than he did in 2020. Harris now 4 points off the Biden number. There is more mail to come, more vote by mail to come in Philadelphia. That will be a boost to Harris, but there's also more same-day vote to come. And you can see Trump is running above his 2020 levels there. So where this lands, the Trump campaign's goal in Philadelphia was basically get that Biden number under 80%. So far, they're on course to do that. There's the wild card of the mail there that adds a lot of volatility to this. But again, you're starting to, as these counties fill in, you're starting to see some patterns, and patterns you're not just seeing in one state, you're seeing them in multiple states right now.
Cliff, can you react to that? But first, I want to say Cameron, Nadia, Twan, Shaya, Sherry, Katie, Alan, Chambly, Mary, Colby, Danny, Mike, Lisa, Chris, Tom, Tyler, John, Kate, Chad, Brent, Beck, Dwight, Andrew, Jen, and Mara, members.charliekirk.com. Cliff, walk us through can we get the map on live, please, in Pennsylvania up so Cliff can walk us through it?
Yeah, I want to start by saying this, guys. We're seeing the mail-in start to get finalized. And right now, Donald Trump has just absolutely increased his mail-in portion. He's at 34% of all mail-in votes in Pennsylvania. He was under 23% against Biden in 2020. He is just tremendously gaining. I'm very proud of that. Very proud of the work. 34% is the current margin. One other big thing, Charlie, in Pennsylvania, I have to talk about. Cambria County. That's where I went to college. It's a 30%, sometimes a 40% county in terms of Donald Trump being a red county. Let's talk about the raw votes. Donald Trump won Cambria County by roughly 26,000 votes in 2020. And today they had a major malfunction with the scanning machines. And so a lot of those votes are not in. We're getting a couple in right now. But the reality is that'll be a huge gain, probably in the tune of another 20,000 for Trump in Cambria County that has not really come in. It's just trickled in right now. Back to what Kornacki said, of course that's what we saw in Philadelphia, right? We knew that Harris had to increase or at least maintain what Biden had, but really based on the other numbers around the state, she had to have significant gains in counties like Philadelphia County. And so I think this whole idea, that Tony Hinchcliffe and all this was going to backfire. People are people. It's a joke. And I'll sit here and defend it. I know some people might disagree. The polls are closed, so I can say this very openly. But normal people laugh at that stuff. And so I just think they get so in their elitist mindset, and it's backfiring with normal working class people that just want to be able to keep more of the money they make and put food on the table. That's what you saw in Philadelphia County. And so we got to see how many of the Democrats are able to turn out when that hits. But right now, we've got a lot of votes for ahead. They're going to need a tremendous turnout. And I really don't see the path unless they have some scorched earth, slam dunk, spike of the football to win Philadelphia County.
Yeah, I keep sitting here and I'm refreshing it. I'm looking at the county of Philadelphia, and it's ticking in and it's ticking in and it's ticking in, and it's just not giving them what they need. It's just not. It's right at that. It's right now. It's at 400,000. So 400,000 was the delta of their entire firewall, and they're only at 400.
Let's go. We are about to red this nation.
So and she knew it was going to get
redder is better, baby. Redder is better.
All day, Charlie. Where she could come in next is the collar counties. Bring in those suburban women, the suburban wine moms. Bring them out. Do the concert for them, et cetera, et cetera. And those collar counties. I think the only one over 50% right now is Montgomery County. And so, my county. And even there, it's about 64-34. So, if Trump, again, lose by less. Bucks County, by the way, Bucks County is within 2 points. Bucks County is 50 Kamala, Donald J. Trump, 48%. By the way, I want to go back to CNN in Berks County. They kept asking me about Berks County, and I said it didn't make any sense. I sat here, I was like, what are you talking about, Berks County? Donald Trump is currently up 14 points in Berks County. And CNN was saying Kamala might flip that and take the state. Donald Trump is on, which is reporting 14 points with 90% reporting.
I mean, Berks County. They're literally still talking about it on CNN.
Yeah, they apparently they keep bringing it up.
He's up 14.
How's it going, Tana?
He has 107,000 votes in Berks County.
So
I mean, if you're taking a look at this right now in the bottom left-hand corner, right now Trump has the popular vote. This has not been done by a Republican since 2004. This is history. I hope everybody made it out to vote.
Tally from Dearborn, Michigan. Now, if you throw out that graphic, 59 votes for Harris Walz, 203 for Donald J. Trump, and guess who got the second most? Jill Stein at 153. So what did I tell you before? There's a whole nationwide movement within the Muslim community
going on,
to get
Casey?
Jill Stein over 5% nationally so that she gets on the debate stage next time around. Meanwhile, Donald Trump won this precinct at Dearborn.
Guys, Washington's early votes are within 3% for Donald Trump.
Don't get too
Let's go.
It's not about Washington. He's not gonna
How's it going, Terry? Welcome.
But it's about the fact that the
What's up, everybody?
votes for Washington.
I hope everybody made it out to vote today. I really do.
It's gonna spread significantly. Washington's a terrible place. We've got so much corruption that's going on there. 3%. New Jersey.
There's no stopping it.
4%. 5%.
Redder is better. We are about to blanket this fucking country.
Too close for comfort for New Hampshire and Maine. Maine, he's within 5% now. The late breakers on New Hampshire seem to be edging.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Harris. He's gaining a couple of percentage points, tenths of a percentage point. Every drop that comes in, only 51% have been counted. Maine's way early. Minnesota, we flash over to Minnesota. Donald Trump on the initial reports is up a lot. And they're probably shaking in their boots, wanting to see how things are going to turn out in Minnesota, given the fact that we're looking at New Jersey right now is within 5 points. If Donald Trump comes within 5 points in New Jersey and the state of Washington, ladies and gentlemen, this is a
nationwide reputation.
This is a 21st century landslide.
This is a 2008 Obama realignment. It's a realignment.
Charlie, I have a big number from Philadelphia.
Yeah,
so I want to share this.
Yeah, huge update. Yeah, I'm seeing it
too. Yes. So I just want to share this. So Biden, we're looking at the potential
modeling
of how many votes could be left in Philadelphia. We said that Joe Biden had 603,000 back in 2020. Right now, we are looking, and it looks as if Kamala Harris is about 410,000 raw votes in Philadelphia County. Based on the modeling, there's not even 200,000 votes out. I mean, we're looking at 180,000 votes. Even if she got 100%, of the votes that come in, guys, she's under Joe Biden.
52%
she has to be higher than
popular vote to 46.
So unless we see something crazy out of the collar counties, I mean, I'm not going to call it. I'm not saying that. But she's at 400. There's only 175,000
Can't stop this
votes
train,
left.
man.
Even if Republicans only get 10% of that.
Guys, don't forget to
she's
tap that
way
screen.
Short of where
Don't
Joe
forget to
Biden
tap
was
that
in 2020,
screen.
a number she had to hit to beat Donald Trump.
Oh my gosh. And you've got a similar outcome that's happening right now, and I'm just looking at Milwaukee, and I haven't analyzed Detroit yet.
It's the formula I've been saying all night. Rural's up, hold the line in suburbans, do better in the urban, and the Dems don't show up. MAGA. Brett, we have Brett. Brett, is that the equation that you are seeing?
Yeah. And another storyline to this, you guys were talking about Minnesota a second ago. What kind of spillover that would happen to the western part of the state. So La Crosse County, which sits right on the Minnesota border, it's essentially Minnesota.
Let's go, Red
those
Nation.
People still get Minnesota local TV markets. They go to Minnesota to shop. And this was a part of the state that we really thought you'd see the most amount of Trump Baldwin voters, or you'd see Hovde kind of take a drop off. La Crosse is reporting over 90% now, and Hovde's sitting at 43%. Ron Johnson got 44 there in 2022.
Keep tapping
Trump's
that screen, guys. Keep tapping that screen.
There. He got 42% there in 2020. storyline there. That might be 2 points that we didn't think we had. On top of an additional 2 points we didn't think we had in Kenosha County. Trump's up by 5 there, and they're almost done counting.
Let's go.
If you would have asked me yesterday, Trump winning by 5 in Kenosha, I would have said absolutely not. So I'm very fascinated by this. I think the left thought that they had Kenosha.
I think the left thought they had Michigan, period.
Guys, I'm sorry,
and they
this is a
got shit.
systemic-wide collapse. I mean,
Eric Hovde just added another 1/10 of a point. They just updated.
Trump is up 3 in Wisconsin. I mean, this is in Wisconsin terms, Brett. This is a huge lead,
Wisconsin,
isn't it? And there's
Michigan,
still tons of red votes to come in, like a ton.
Taking
Oh,
states you
this
didn't
is
think
massive.
we were gonna.
I mean, I'm even looking at the Milwaukee numbers, and it's already been made public that Milwaukee's not going to start counting their absentee ballots until after midnight. Just by early voting or just by in person here, I'm actually kind of impressed at how low of a number that is for Kamala.
How's it going,
there's still
everybody?
about
Welcome.
150,000 votes that still need to be counted via the absentee realm. This is shocking. I mean, even for me, I mean, like I had Trump winning Wisconsin by
Guys,
2.
we are live on
and that was
YouTube
kind
and
of what
on
I went in
TikTok.
today thinking about. This is interesting. I mean, even Walworth County is a county, a lot of Illinois residents, ton of Illinois land. You see, typically Walworth performs a lot worse for a Republican presidential candidate than it would in an off-year election. And you're seeing close to 70%. I mean, I'm shocked, guys. It's even shocking me.
Guys, don't forget to tap that screen.
So you want to know?
There's an email.
See
out,
how many
by the
likes
way,
we can get
from,
during this live, man.
Jen O'Malley Dillon, the Biden campaign chair, and she's
Such a proper.
so but she's talking about Wisconsin. Here's what she says. So let's get your response
Let's have
to
Brett
this.
respond.
Yeah. In Wisconsin, we know there is a significant amount of vote remaining in Dane and Milwaukee counties, and we are seeing signs of strong performance in the WOW counties where we have partial data. We don't expect complete results from Wisconsin until tomorrow morning between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m.
We're gonna be here.
Yeah, we ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, guys, they stopped counting for a little while today too. I don't know if you guys covered this, but they actually had to send in a bunch of Milwaukee firefighters to come in and start counting absentee ballots at Milwaukee Central Count because they were counting them so slow. There was a problem with the swinging doors on the side of the counting machines. Apparently, if they're open, it's prone to miscounts.
Weird.
You can't make this up.
Prone to miscounts.
Brett, can I share with you something really interesting?
We're a first world nation.
Yeah.
Can I share with you something really interesting for you and Brandon? And you need it. I'm sure Brandon's tracking this. Donald Trump is about 100 votes away from surpassing his total in Dane County. 100 votes from 2020.
Wow.
Let's
so Donald
go.
Trump has 78,000 votes right now in Dane County. 93% is recorded. There's still 7% left. He had 78,000 votes in total at 100% in 2020. So it looks as though Trump is going to certainly overperform his total vote total in Dane County.
Oh yeah.
The question is going to be, how does Kamala Harris match Joe Biden?
Not
If
even
not,
close.
There's your 3 or 4 points that you potentially can grab from Dane County.
If you're done,
For us, they'll shift right 3 or 4 points based off of the fact that they won't hit.
I mean, I'm trying to check our premise, guys. Brett, Cliff, what is her path? How many votes are remaining? I mean, I'm just trying to make sure we're not getting too high in our own supply here, right? I mean, it's according to New York Times, 61% of Montgomery County in, 53% of Bucks County, Chester County 48%, Delaware 72%, but there's still a lot of red counties that have not fully reported.
Guys, don't forget to tap that screen on your way in, on your way out.
Can we withstand the remainder of what they're going to drop with a 190,000 vote lead, Cliff?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I feel very good. We just saw some new numbers hit. I mean, I don't, these aren't counties that are 90-10, right? To be clear with everybody. I mean, obviously Philadelphia is, but I already went through that. Philadelphia, they've got 175,000 votes out. And even if we lost 90-10, that's not enough, to make up the difference with these red counties where Trump is going to win.
That's right, baby.
And so, once again, I don't want to say we're ready to call it. We just need these to go a little higher. Once we get above the 75s and 80% in these collar counties, they don't have the votes out there. This is it, folks. We're going to win the White House if we see these same trends when we're above 75 to 80% reported.
Yes, sir.
I think this is just a slow bleed. It's a slow death, and we're going to get there. But we're just waiting to hear that they've stopped the count or waiting to hear that, something's happening. I don't see it. Donald Trump's going to win this race in Pennsylvania, and he's going to win the White House.
Well, that's bold, Cliff. We're Brett, Wisconsin. Check my premise. Check our work. What could
How's
go
it going,
wrong here? I
everybody?
mean, we have a. What is that differential?
Yeah. Their only play at this. Yeah, their only play is an overperformance in the absentee ballot drops in Milwaukee. I mean, I'm even looking at some of those blue dog Democratic counties up north towards Minnesota.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
still a lot of Paper Mills, Union Democrats. Hubby's leading in those, Ashland County, up towards Duluth, Minnesota. It's that's about as blue of a county as you can get. Hubby's leading there.
Trump's leading there as well. Trump's leading
there. Trump's at 52. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, their only play at this point is the absentee ballot drops.
How many absentee ballots are outstanding? How many absentee ballots are outstanding in Wisconsin?
Are outstanding. I can look. It looks like just based on the count in Milwaukee, we still got somewhere between 150 to 200,000 votes that need to be counted. So those are all absentee.
And go ahead.
So you want to know something really interesting too, Brett, to keep an eye on?
But there's a ton of good counties for us that still have votes left.
Tons.
What's up,
tons.
Gil?
And the bad ones, I'm looking at all the bad ones. I'm spending
And they're
all my time.
over-reporting.
I'm spending all
I
my
agree.
time on the bad.
Dane's like almost done.
They're almost done. And you know what else is almost
Rock
done?
County.
What up,
You know
Miss
what's almost
Pickles?
Door County with all the uppity folks, right, Brett?
Hey, Walter.
Door County may flip red. So here's where
That's
we're at.
crazy.
Here's where we're at right now. It was close in 2020. It was 10,000 to 9,700 votes. Donald Trump already has 10,098 votes.
Let's go.
He's knocking on the door. He's less than 500 votes away from flipping Door County red, which it doesn't seem like a huge amount, but even if he wins he wins Door County by 1 or 2 votes, 10
How's
votes,
it going,
50
Scott?
votes. That's one of those situations where it's such a moral victory, and it tells a story in Wisconsin that we've talked about a lot, right, Brett? About Door County and what everything looks like up there. People around the Bay are not happy.
Let's play some tape here.
Hi, Brett.
I want to see some of this. Let's first start with 182.
But here's what I want to say right now. I just want to bring this up to show the stakes for the Harris campaign right now. As the count in North Carolina gets higher and in Georgia gets higher, the importance if Donald Trump, this is a hypothetical,
Not
if Donald Trump holds these two.
He will.
And he won that one both times, 2016 and 2020. He won this in 2016. He lost it by 11,000 votes in 2020. So not at all inconceivable in history and when you look at the numbers tonight. Excuse me. If that happens, Harris cannot lose that. Why can she not lose that? Because 251 plus 19 makes Donald Trump president of the United States.
Yes, sir.
Let's continue to go through this.
Let's go ahead and take.
Yeah, that's. Thank you, John King. Let's play cut 183.
Go ahead and take Georgia, North
The
Carolina.
crowd here is still
Take PA,
large,
boom.
is still loud, but a little bit more subdued. And the word that I keep hearing, it must be some new phrase has entered the lexicon, is the idea that people here are nauseously optimistic. Not just cautiously optimistic, but nauseously
What's going on,
optimistic.
Julian?
Can I
What's up,
share
Moon?
a
Hi,
note I got
Moon.
from a reporter? I've got all these reporters hitting me up like vibe check. How you guys feeling? And I said, how you guys feeling? And I said, feeling good.
What's up, D?
I mean, is it ecstatic over there? This reporter asked. This is a reporter from the Atlantic. LOL. We'll see. Says, I'm at the Philly Dems party. It's bleak. It should. Yeah, I mean, by the New York Times right now.
What's up,
there's Donald
Jesse?
Trump
How you
with
doing?
90% chance of winning the presidency. 91. And by the way, this is not Hillary Clinton stuff. This is after a lot of data. 91%. 91% chance.
So do you remember when Bob Brady, let me go back to the timestamp, when Bob Brady at, I think it was about 2 p.m.
You look at that
Eastern,
map, man.
came out and
The
said,
blue wall has come down.
and it was a Young Turks
We are hitting it with a pickaxe.
guy, or a former Young Turks guy, David Schuster, says, voter turnout is extremely high, said Philadelphia Democrat Party Chairman Bob Brady, the
What's
former
up, Matt?
congressman. I've been doing elections for 50 years,
Hold on.
and I've been chairman for 40.
Sorry, we have some breaking stuff. Keep going.
And now it's the highest we've ever seen at this point. Yeah, that's what you get if you trust a Philadelphia Democrat. He was lying.
Become a member, members.charliekirk.com right now to get a signed hat. Cliff, what do you have? You have some modeling for us? Breaking news, Cliff Maloney modeling out of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, so what we did, I had my data guys pull all of the collar counties. Jack, I want you to check my math on this. And we just said, okay, based on the percentages in, we looked at 2020 and we tried to map out I told you guys, Philadelphia County, there's about 172,000 outstanding ballots.
What's up, Xander?
Right, which once again is not enough to get to that 603 number that Biden did. But let's break down each of the Collier counties. So in Bucks County, right now, I'm not going to predict that we're going to win it, but it is neck and neck. I mean, we're down out of 205,000 votes cast in Bucks County. We're down by like 1,000 votes. And so if we keep seeing trends, we're probably going to win, or at least it's going to be a 50-50 wash in Bucks County. So I'm going to look at the fact that there's 182,000 votes that we think are left in Bucks, but we're going to call that a wash. Let's go to Montgomery County. Okay, 61% is in. Dems are winning that about 2-1. And so in Montgomery County, we expect that we have about 200,000 votes left to cast. So we'll see where that comes in. But, there's going to be some room there, but there's about 200,000. I'm just telling you guys what's left if you're the Democrats at HQ trying to figure it out. Then we go to Chester County. Okay, in Chester County, half is in. And right now it's about 60,000 to 90,000 Dems are winning. And in Chester County, we have about 161,000. So there are some numbers there. Okay, and then you go to Delco, where they're doing very strong, but there's about 72% in. But in Delco, they're winning right now 138,000 to 90,000. And we think there's about 88,000 votes left. I know that's a lot of numbers. What I'm telling you guys is when we look at all of the outstanding ballots, Bucks is a watch. The others, maybe they pick up between 50 to 100 or 100 and change in each of them. That's where they have their base.
Guys,
the rest of this is going to be all of the red counties throughout PA that we're going to see trickle in for the rest of the million votes in the state. And so, I mean, this is still a tight race. I'm not going to say it's over, but they're going to have to outperform on election day with the rest of these votes because most of the mail-ins are in.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? My wipers are street.
Is it like 2020 where they just discover more stuff, guys? Or that's not that? Like we have final
Charlie,
outstanding.
We're talking about them, like you're talking about hundreds of thousands of votes would have to just materialize that haven't been in the early count already. So that's just not a thing.
So Cliff, why do we have no votes out of Cameron County?
Cambria?
Cameron.
Oh, let me pull that. 1 second.
It might be just a reporting error, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm seeing that as well.
Right. And Erie, by the way, should flip.
Check Cameron County.
No, wait. Oh, no, that's last year.
By the way,
while Cliff pulls that up, quick footnote about Wisconsin. We had a constitutional amendment on the ballot that would change the language of a statute that says instead of every United States citizen can vote in the state of Wisconsin, that it'll be changed to only United States citizens can vote in the state of Wisconsin. That passed 70-30.
Let's
go. 1 million votes to 500,000 votes. So quick footnote about Wisconsin. That was a statewide referendum.
Only citizens can vote. Let's go.
According to MSNBC, they expect a big drop of absentee ballots in Pennsylvania. That's what they're saying.
At 11:55. That's MSNBC. We just got a note that they reported that at 11:55.
So Cliff, what could that be?
I have no idea. I mean, we're seeing the requests. We know how many ballots were requested. We know how many were returned. So at this point, I mean, I hate to say this, guys, but this is what I've been waiting for to kind of analyze what is it they're going to try to do at the last minute. But we have all the data. And the thing that really is wild to me is, once again, I mean, you can't return a mail-in ballot if you haven't requested it.
Right.
And our request deadline was October 29th. So I don't know where they're getting this. Maybe this is their Hail Mary effort. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist.
But let's just stay factual. I mean, that's their reporting, right? So we'll see what happens there. So email us as always, freedom@charliekirk.com. Become a member, members.charliekirk.com. That's members.charliekirk.com. A lot of libs are freaking out right now, guys.
A
lot.
Oh yeah.
Eric Hovde has a great mustache.
We are signing a lot of books right now. So Allegheny, 95% in. 95% in. It's 59-40. Harris was 59.4, 39 Biden. So we actually did a point better, Cliff, in Allegheny. Philadelphia is 77-22 with 77% in. That is a way over performance in Philly, right?
Oh yeah.
Jack, that's way better than 2020. That's
incredible. So and she underperformed. Biden, I think, had like 80. Biden broke 80. She didn't even break 80. Biden had in 2020. He had
That's
with
because
this
this bitch is
massive
worse
number,
than
the
Biden.
600,000 number. He had 81% to Trump having 17.9. So Trump had about 18. Biden broke 81. We're now seeing that Trump is at 21. So up 3 points in a county that we were told that he wasn't even competitive in, and she couldn't even break 80. So she couldn't break the plane of 80. And the big story, though, so, okay, 117. And then last time. So, okay,
that's because
Trump
camel
is
toe
running
is
at
a
about
joke.
even. He's about 15,000 votes down from where he was
We
in
knew
2020
this.
in the
Everyone
county of
knew
Philadelphia.
this.
But
The
look
map
at the tail of the tape when it comes to
doesn't
Kamala
lie.
Harris. And again, there's only 70% in at this point, but she is a deficit of 200,000 votes still from where Biden was in 2020.
Yeah,
those
she's
votes,
still running ahead. She's just behind where Biden is.
She's ahead. Yeah, she's ahead of Trump, but she's way behind where Biden was.
Not by the margin she needs.
Just people did not come out for her in Philadelphia.
Well, and I think we should play this clip actually from Nicole Wallace, which I think is just too good.
Helen, thank you so much for the likes. I appreciate
184. She can't understand
I
young
really
men
do.
at all, and maybe their concerns. 184.
You go to the polls with the country that you have, and the country we have lives in two totally separated information ecosystems. Whatever happens, we'll have to really understand the information consumption that young men have and why they think that the economy will be better under Donald Trump when it never was.
Because it never was. She can't understand. It's just
man. Oh, you just got to look at the numbers,
Arizona now
man.
has Trump at a 77% chance of winning Arizona, New York Times. And that's without any new data, Tyler.
Yeah, Maricopa is still at 54%.
By the way, not only that, we have no data from Cochise.
But
Cochise hasn't even reported.
Cochise hasn't reported.
And we're at 9:30.
Apache, of course, hasn't reported.
And La Paz.
La Paz hasn't reported.
Cochise is a sizable county, by the way.
Cochise is good for us.
I'll be right back.
La Paz should be good for us. We're gonna go through Arizona. And I just got off the phone with some very, very good people.
Guys, don't forget to keep tapping that screen.
Everyone needs to buckle up. Arizona has they haven't even started releasing the results yet. I pulled off this for a second. They haven't even started tabulating the results here from today. This is how slow these people work. It's already 9:35. Polls have been closed for 2.5 hours. They can't stick one SD card into a machine and start giving us results from Maricopa County. This is not how it used to work, by the way. How it used to work in Maricopa County, it was within about an hour, you start getting results from all across the county. This is not, and they pulled this the last two elections. The last two elections, it's been slow roll. All of a sudden, it's 10:30, 11 o'clock. They start announcing results from the election day.
Mm-hmm.
We're probably going to see that again today. 11 o'clock, we're going to start seeing things. I wouldn't be surprised in Maricopa County if President Trump and J.D. Vance, from today's results and what they decided to put them ahead, which was good.
What's going on, D? Welcome back.
Probably 200,000, and the vast majority of those 200,000 votes that they did not count were a big chunk of what put Republicans ahead this last week.
In early voting, yeah.
In early voting in Maricopa County. So, and remember, in Maricopa County, we were only up like 150,000-ish votes. I don't have the number right in front of me.
Well, right now, yeah.
Right
now, Trump's up 3,000 votes. Right now.
I actually believe
2,500.
I'm breaking down. Maricopa County. So in Maricopa County, I actually think I ran the numbers. I'm with the team. I've got Matthew and Ben on. We're going to see a lot of Matthew and Ben the next 3 days, probably if it's really close. But I think that there's probably a good chance that
what's going on, Juan Carlos?
60-40 minimum.
Welcome everybody. Don't forget to tap that screen.
62-38 of the votes that they decided not to release because
it really helps us out.
105,000 of those are from Andy Biggs' district.
Yeah.
So
I hope everybody got out and voted today. You don't have to tell me who you voted for. I just really hope you went out and voted.
Well, it was 105 outstanding, right? And that's going to be 65%. So he's going to win 68,000 of those.
And Kerry Lake's
Hi,
going to win
Lorelai.
almost all of those too.
Yep.
Because you're not
Thank you so much for the likes. I appreciate it. What's up, Sandra?
Just so you know,
hey, Dimitri.
there's no world in which Kerry Lake doesn't get all Andy Biggs' votes. Okay, so that's going to happen.
Guys, keep tapping that screen.
There may be some
It
separation.
really helps.
President
I
Trump
really appreciate it.
Some of our people,
but there will not be separation from this congressional.
New York Times says that we have an 80% chance of winning now, Arizona. It's just I don't know where they're getting these. Like there's no data.
Oh, because Stephen
Let's take
Richards
a look
like
at the
on
Senate
the
too.
phone with them, probably telling them like reading them off.
Democrats lost 2 seats.
I mean,
we gained
we don't have any new numbers. We have
2
a whole
seats.
count. How is it that
How about
Cochise
the
has not
House?
reported anything? Can you explain that
The
to me?
Dems lost 2 seats,
Nothing.
and we gained 1.
It's 937, and one of our reddest counties.
Well,
26
Cochise,
to
do you want to know the
23
latest
on
with
the governor.
Cochise? I mean, Cochise was
Let's
part of the
go.
whole thing where they got attacked
I mean,
by
it's a red
Chris
wash,
Mays.
baby.
I can't talk. I'm not going to talk that much about Chris Mays.
What's up, Chuck?
But you've got Chris Mays, the Attorney General.
Thank you guys so much for the likes, Lorelai. I appreciate it.
From the
Juan
Attorney
Carlos,
General's
Sandra,
office.
thank you guys.
Happen to know that firsthand, and so you have people all across the state who are completely freaking out. In Apache County, by the way, she just went after that the county attorney that's there in Apache County. Guy is a conservative Democrat. There's only Democrats in Apache County, but he's a conservative Democrat. She went after him. She went after the guys in that part of Arizona.
Yep,
She's
because
gone
she's
after
an idiot.
everyone that's a political
She
enemy. So you now got all these people
alienated
scared
herself
to
from
just do
her
a
own
basic
party.
job, which is report results.
Jeez, it's just crazy. Yeah. By the way, that was Mar-a-Lago wondering why is Arizona not reporting any votes. Yeah. And I'm like, good question. Well,
Yeah, that's what we all want to know.
we're up 3,000 votes. It's just we have entire counties that haven't reported that are all good for us. La Paz is good for. I mean, Apache sucks.
Did you share with them the Maricopa missing votes?
Yeah, I did. I said, and they were like, "Why are we not?" It's just chill. We're good.
It's missing votes. We're going to be good. We're going to go up. We're on a trajectory. I think right now.
Hi, Lacey. Welcome.
We're doing to be probably at least up 5 for Trump, which that's putting Kerry Lake right in the ballpark of. Yeah, it's going to be the heat. Now, we're going to have to cure ballots. And God bless Brett Galashevsky, who was just on the phone. Do you see how close this race is with Eric Hovde? What was our team doing all day?
He's up by 36,000.
I know. Our team all day long was curing thousands and thousands of votes. Thousands and thousands of votes. It could come down to that. And we're going to be doing the same thing for Kerry Lake.
Welcome to the live, everybody. Don't forget to tap that screen on your way in, on your way out.
It'll be fun.
So,
Hey guys, quick observation: Racine County, it's slow counting in Racine County, but Trump is winning there 67 to 31. I think it's worth noting here. Ron Johnson only won Racine 54-45. Now
What's
a lot
up?
of those votes still need to
What
come
up,
out of the
Dave?
city of Racine. I
How
don't
you doing,
expect,
Amanda? Hello, Lego.
too much of a dip. Maybe 3-4 points max here.
Guys, don't forget to
Same
tap
trends as
that screen
Kenosha.
on your way in and on your
We
way
stay
out.
the course here.
What's up,
This
Blobby?
is going to be kind of eerie to say. This will be the first time that a statewide Republican candidate is going to win with less than 60% in Waukesha County.
There ain't no reason to cry, no reason to be scared.
Well, Waukesha's almost done. Waukesha's like essentially done here, and he's at 58.6.
We're taking a pickaxe to that big blue wall.
Interesting.
I mean, you see how red that map is.
So he's at 58.6, which
What's up, furniture?
Which is slightly worse than he did as a percentage.
Well, good. See ya.
Trump is up almost 77,000 votes in Wisconsin.
CNN finally agrees with us and says North Carolina's called. Yeah, we only did that an hour and a half ago. This is their game plan.
Bye.
They're trying to keep election night from us, slow roll it.
Can't wait till he's back in office.
That's also for like the mental sanity of their viewers.
Oh, we just went up 1 point in percentage chance of Arizona.
I made so
81%
much
chance
more
of winning.
money when he was in office.
Somebody's on the
The
phone.
cost of living was
This
cheaper.
next drop is not going to be
And
great.
I don't know what kind of mainstream media that you bought into, but you have to do some self-searching and look at some stuff for yourself.
Just went through the missing votes. The missing votes are there. The other votes.
How long is it going to take them to count them?
Oh, it's going to take them years. It's gonna, because Stephen Richard, this is his. Remember,
I don't want to get in a lawsuit.
we're not getting a lawsuit.
Just generalize it.
We're not getting a lawsuit. He's an elected official.
I know, but
He's on his way out. We kicked him out. He got unelected in the primary.
That's that's untrue.
Every second of his.
That is 100% untrue.
Make sure that he does it.
No
the way that
state,
he wants to do it.
federal entity, county, city can say that you can't wear something specific. I don't need to look it up. I know that's 100% false.
And so what's going to happen right now is they're
100% false. And even if there was some kind of law on the books, no judge in their right mind would ever uphold
the
it.
votes that got cast today are going to tell a story.
Get out of here. You are. That is so fake.
They have by law legally have to count.
What state are you in?
They have to do this. So that's why
What state are you in?
mean,
he's just moving this
but
slow.
no, but hold on.
He's like moving like in
so all of
Austin
this.
Powers.
So it's gonna be Maricopa right now. Maricopa right now. It says Kamala's up, which is not true. 55% of votes in, but that was only through Tuesday of last week, right?
Yes, that's correct.
You're full of shit.
Rapidly expanded our margin.
I myself lived in Tennessee, in Pigeon Forge, and I still have people that live there, family members that live there today.
District,
no one knows what that is. Yeah.
There is no, I don't give it, first of all, you shouldn't be wearing a dress anyway.
All throughout Mason,
secondly,
the Democrats were leading by thousands.
it doesn't matter. There is no drag ban.
By the end of this
it's
last week,
completely false.
The Republicans were winning by close to 5,000 or about 5,000 votes. So they're missing a whole swath of the best.
I mean, if I have to answer that question for you, you need more help than worrying about who wins the presidency.
50-50 for CD4. But what's not going to break 50-50 is Andy Biggs' district. That's 105,000 votes. That's going to be more like 65-35, or it's going to be more like 70-30. Those are huge numbers.
I don't care what you wear.
Huge losses for the Democrats. That is the beginning of the avalanche. The question is what did the votes look like today? Do the votes look a lot?
I just, here you are spreading misinformation live on the internet,
or are they a different type
just
of
like
class?
liberals do.
A lot of the independents.
It's ridiculous, man.
Independent spike today.
So where did the votes come from? Not Maricopa.
What's up, Anto?
Okay, now we're up 7,000 votes in Arizona.
What's going on, David? It is misinformation.
Is it Graham?
That is not a law in the state of Tennessee.
Graham County.
This is going to be a 4.5 week. By the way, I predicted the odds are 93% Trump, 8% Kamala. Are the news networks reflecting this reality? I'm curious. On CNN, I mean, I'm just trying to. Every reporter I'm speaking to.
We are the news networks.
I was going to say,
I'm not watching any of that.
Trump just went up more in Wisconsin.
What's weird is, like, Andrew, I'm sure, Charlie, you're getting these as well. I'm getting all these texts from mainstream journalists. How are the vibes? How are things looking? It's like, do you just not know?
I'm looking at what you're looking at.
Like, do you guys honestly not know? Like, what are they looking at? What do they think they're going to hear?
Hey, Charlie.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Cliff, walk us through it. In the meantime, become a member, members.charliekirk.com. Cliff, what we got?
Yeah, so we just ran the math. I know I told you guys on what we predict for outstanding votes. I'm just talking collar counties now. Delco, Montco, Bucks,
just so you know,
Chester. Right
there
now,
you go,
if
buddy.
the numbers hold, which we think they'll get better,
it is not a law. There is a bill that restricts gender expression in public and private, where you would be around minors. That is not a law, and it's not even a bill that has passed yet. So, Crimea River,
it's going to come
where
down
you're
to
dressed by yourself in your house, not around minors. My young children do not need to see you dressed like a woman when you're a man.
Right now, we just ran the numbers, and at this point, she will probably be leading, if you count Philadelphia, by about 8,000 votes. We have to make that up in all the other counties. So once again, I want to say this. If we just count the collar counties,
I already voted
we're
Trump,
only
baby.
by 73,000. If we then add in Philadelphia, it's pretty much even. And it's going to come down to all these rural counties across Pennsylvania. We're still tracking their data. It's trickling in.
Why would I vote Kamala?
So that, for example, Luzerne still has.
I voted for Trump.
Shaquille.
If you care about yourself, your family, your money, or this country,
I'm literally just
Kamala is not the right answer.
It's Schuylkill, Charlie. My God.
No, I know.
Charlie, you're doing so well.
Wait, what I'm saying is that yeah, I just totally screwed that up.
Yeah,
Lancaster looks like it's in York. All of these counties, it's going to be. What advantage would it be with that margin then?
She would be leading, to be clear. If you count all the collars in Philadelphia, she'd be leading, let's just round up to 10,000. We'd have to make that up across the state.
10,000.
Harris Walls?
Yes.
Oh, go figure. Your pitcher's Stewie. A child. That makes sense.
No, I'm not even counting any of the Republican counties. I'm just saying.
No. I'm saying, for example, Montgomery County doesn't get redder from this point forward.
Yeah, but there's still.
I'm keeping.
Let me answer your question. So look, York County, which is a huge red.
What's
county,
up, Alex?
Is still under 50% return right now. There's all that stuff in Cambria. Cambria is only at 20%.
We about to take Georgia. We're going to take PA.
Still waiting for 25% to come in.
Michigan's going to drop.
Blair is still waiting
and that's
for
a
bunch
wrap.
to come in. So, yeah, Could Trump pick up 10,000 across the rest of the state? I think easily.
Right now, even regardless of what happens, you are already seeing history in the making. Right now, President Trump has the popular vote. That has not been done by a Republican president since 2004.
That you need to make up.
I'm trying to give us the worst case scenario to show that even if she outperforms, even if
Thank you so much for the likes, everybody.
Right on mail,
don't forget to tap that screen.
I get it.
Yeah, we're going to trend in the right direction. So I'm saying in all these red counties, Tyler.
So where we were ballot chasing in CD7 in Michigan, Barrett is now up 23,000 votes.
What's up, SoCal?
That's massive.
What's up, Mystical?
I mean, there's a lot still to be counted.
Let me finish off Pennsylvania, though. So, for example, that's without Westmoreland cleaning up, right, Cliff? That's without...
Correct. You're missing all those red
Beaver.
Red
that's without Erie flipping, right?
What's up, Queen? What's up, Raven?
Flipping. Without...
Erie's within 4,000.
I know, that's what I'm keeping an eye on that.
And center is still flipped. And even McCormick is winning 7.
Shit kills me, though.
That is without... Which is crazy. Without Luzerne,
you can take this whole nation
without,
and you lose
missing Cameron County,
New York and California, and you're fighting an uphill battle.
Carbon County. That's without.
I hate New York.
There's still votes out in.
Don't forget Cambria County, which
better too, right?
It's still 80% out in Cambria because Cambria was the one that was held open 2 hours late.
Cambria County is going to be another 20,000 votes in the positive for Trump net.
Yeah, and Bucks will get better.
Yes,
I mean.
Right? It
will get better as day of comes in.
Well, 53%. It will get better. Bucks will get better. And
Bucks will get better.
Berks will get. There's still votes left.
I don't know how much.
So
better,
what is her path, Cliff?
The margin is still pretty tight in Bucks, but yeah, it'll get better.
I mean,
I don't see it. Once again, the only thing that could happen is these Howard counties and Philadelphia. Something comes up or something comes in, but based on the current outstanding votes that we're projecting. We're in a great spot. The collars, we're still going to be up tens of thousands of votes. Even with Philadelphia coming in, we're up 10,000 votes. And that's being conservative, Charlie. That's not even considering any of the strong red counties across the country, across the state, where we think we're going to do well. But I'm trying to give you guys worst case scenarios so we can prepare for it. Right now, unless something happens in these power counties, we're going to win Pennsylvania.
Nerdle.
We would not be in this situation if Josh Shapiro was.
Hi, Hannah.
I mean, it's a very good point.
Gosh, stay frosty. Go right back
to
Amanda.
It, What's up, Ty?
I'm just saying. If Josh Shapiro is on the ticket, those 20,000 missing votes in Philadelphia from 2020 would magically be there, and there'd probably be another 400,000. And I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they would have magically appeared, through some kind of fraud or something. What I'm saying is that. You would have seen a lot more whipping of the votes. You would have seen a lot more of the private sector unions, a lot more of that muscle that you just didn't see. And Cliff, I know you saw this as well, that you didn't see those private sector unions. AFSME and SEIU were out there, sure, the public unions, but the private sector unions did not get involved at a level that you would normally expect in Pennsylvania. Now, to call that Josh Shapiro's revenge, whatever, I don't know, but... You'd be looking at a very, very different night if he were on that. And remember, I'm going to go back. It was the Obamas who said to pick Tim Walz and Eric Holder, who never vetted that guy.
Fuck the Obamas.
If Donald Trump wins, which he is poised to do right now, if it continues, October 7th will go down as the singular most important event.
What's up, Virginia?
Welcome. The 2024 election. Josh Shapiro,
yeah.
TikTok. All of a sudden, TikTok became way fairer for voices like us. We got 2 billion views, like literally in a year. Michigan is now in play. They had a Gaza problem. They had a base problem. October 7th will go down as the most important Democrat event. Do you agree, Tyler?
And it
What's up,
started
Bean?
the
What's going on, Raven? Welcome back.
Valley, right? It was sort of like there were a few
Hope
people
everybody made it out to vote today.
Who started making noise, David Sachs, and then eventually got to Bill Ackman. And
guys, don't forget to tap that screen on your way in, on your way out. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps me out so much.
What he did, and look, there was one state that Elon Musk put all of his chips in, and that was the state of Pennsylvania. That he was going around. I was at the town halls. My brother was at the town halls, throwing out millions of dollars. Which, by the way, a judge came in today and actually defended and granted that said it was completely legal the way they had it set up to do. It's just such a repudiation of so many things. It really is.
Become a member. Members.charliekirk.com. Let's keep this
We
momentum.
are watching this map go red.
Members.charliekirk.com.
This is showing everyone in the
this
world
on this set numerous
how
times,
much
is
we
that
want
you have a
change
state
in
where
this
you've
fucking
got a
country.
6-week abortion or 12-week abortion. I think theirs might be 12 weeks.
Yep.
But it's a state where women lost their reproductive rights, where there was a very heavy push to get women to focus on not putting in place, re-electing, putting back into the White House the person who was responsible for taking those rights away and restoring them. But that message obviously was not enough to get enough white women to vote for Vice President Harris, a fellow woman. This will be the second opportunity
That's
that
because
white
she's
women in
an
this country
idiot.
have to change the way that they interact with the patriarchy. And God bless Shannon Watts. Who was
Enough
trying to have
people
that
are
conversation.
smart enough to
But
not
if
vote
people
for
are
her.
receptive to it,
And that's why
and if
North
people
Carolina
vote
went
more,
red.
party line or more on race than on gender and on protecting their gender, there's really not much more that you can do but tell people what the risks are and leave it to them to do the right thing.
And for the record, TikTok was 1.7 billion views since March.
Let's go.
I've told Charlie this before. I think the single biggest thing outside of Elon buying Twitter that happened this year was the double birds that TikTok gave to the Democrat Party.
Yep.
Truly. And that's because October 7th, though.
Totally.
Because TikTok was making people not pro-Israel, and there was a lot of people that lobbied to get rid of TikTok.
Guys, don't forget to tap that screen.
The one team that wants us, which was Trump. And
how's it going, Leslie?
Okay,
overnight. It was overnight, and it was the most jaw-dropping change in trajectory.
Yeah, we couldn't run Charlie's TikTok account without getting completely bogged down
in
and flagged.
4.5 million followers on TikTok.
It's massive. It's the biggest thing. It's massive.
We were at 3.8 on November 2nd or 3rd.
Can I tell you from an activist standpoint too? It gave me gas in the tank to want to do what we're doing on the ballot chase because it makes our life so much easier.
Totally. Because of notoriety. And I'm going to sub you out with Blake. Blake has some stuff. That's okay.
Yep.
And while we're swapping, Blake, my son's 15 years old, sees nonstop Charlie Kirk content now because YouTube wants to compete with YouTube Shorts with TikTok on YouTube.
Yep.
And our YouTube went significantly up too. Your YouTube went significantly up. Everything went up because of the TikTok change. It was such whiplash.
Let's bring Blake in here. All right, email us freedom@charliekirk.com, and if you guys want to potentially get a free hat, subscribe to our podcast and email us proof. By the way, we're number 2 in all Apple podcasts right now.
It's
in all shows.
Not surprising. We have. I hear we have Maricopa.
I hope everybody made it out to vote today.
Oh, really? Great. Is that Garrett Archer?
Very quickly.
What would Maricopa? What?
Today's votes
from game day. So these are SD cards.
These are SD cards. So
this is not the 200,000 mail that we're missing.
No, who knows when those are going to show up?
You've got to be.
Probably be after this, but this will be. I'm sure the answer, if we had them here, they would say we're processing them right now.
How many SD cards are coming in?
So it's from all of the polling places, which is about 250 of them. So all those will come in. They'll verify them. They'll process all the ballots. They'll make sure that they're all good.
This is so
They'll check them, and then they'll drop the results. They'll drop the results. The results today will tell us. It could be good, it could be bad. It's good because we know we had a lot of Republicans who showed up.
Well, we know the indie trend across the country.
But the indies who showed up, the big question for Maricopa County is: are they consistent with what showed up today?
Right.
Which is an indie bin that's Dem leaning.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it significantly more conservative? Because the missing votes in between are probably more conservative independents.
We're going to find out a lot. I'd much rather be us than them.
What's up, Fer?
Okay. Do we have Cliff on the line? Cliff, can you please repeat the data you just texted me?
Yeah, so Charlie, I just want to break this. We've now crossed 5.8 million total votes in Pennsylvania. Remember back in 2020, we had 6.8 million. We are not having major population growth in PA. So a lot of the projections show that we'll be at the same number, which would still be record highs. But let's just say we're getting to, 7 million would be the total. So at this point, Donald Trump is up 204,000 raw votes in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, buddy.
And there's roughly 1 million votes to go. And so, once again, we're trying to analyze which counties they're in. But I'm going to say that again. There's roughly 1 million votes left to go, and Donald Trump is up by 204,000 raw votes. A great position for the Trump campaign.
So, I'm going to ask Tyler a question offline here. Blake, what are you seeing? Welcome back, Blake.
Howdy. Did I miss anything?
By the way, if you want to pay for Blake's dinner, become a member. Members.charliekirk.com. That's members.charliekirk.com.
What kind of? How do you like your steak? Rare for the most part.
All right.
Like, come on.
And then we have still
not the Trump way. Trump doesn't do the best steaks. I like rare plus
with ketchup. Did Brett log off here? Brett, what did you just text me? Share the audience. That's breaking news.
Yeah, I'm still here. So Door County is done counting, and that was a national bellwether. There was a 60-minute story. It was a whole 10-minute piece on Door County a couple weeks ago. They've correctly predicted every presidential race since 2000. Trump lost it by 400. But it looks like he's going to win the other national bellwether county here in Wisconsin, Sauk County. That's where the Wisconsin Dells is. Looks like he's going to win that as well. Looks like Eau Claire County is done counting. That's a huge college town in northwestern Wisconsin, part of the Minneapolis TV market. Trump's at 43% there. So seems to be holding the line in a county that he was projected to lose by. And interesting here, Hovde is right there with him at 43% in Eau Claire County. So it seems
guys,
like
don't forget, tap that screen, see how many likes we can get during this live, trying to bring you all the coverage of this election.
Might end up being the difference maker for Mr. Hovde.
Really quick, guys. Bucks County, breaking news out of Bucks County. What's up?
Bucks County has flipped, folks. Obviously, we're still counting ballots, but this is a huge.
Let's go.
Jack, you told me this 6 months ago. I thought you were crazy. But right now, there's 112,824 votes for Trump. 112,445 for Harris. It is neck and neck, but that is a monumental moment to show the bellwether of Pennsylvania.
That just shows though she's not going to get votes out of Bucks. That takes there's no reservoir of votes for her in Bucks. Yeah,
it's over. Yeah, if Bucks is getting better as it continues.
That's what I said. I said
Montgomery. Yeah, that's what you said. Montgomery's getting better.
Also Westmoreland, man. You votes left in Westmoreland.
And then yeah, those are the deep red reservoirs out west. There's 70% still out there, and Cambria still is just sitting on those.
We're gonna take PA.
That 80%. I mean,
I'm telling you right now, we take that. That's what 19. That puts us at 249.
Library, you need to, buddy. Come check out.
Take Michigan. That's a wrap. Georgia. Come on, man.
Go now.
I can't wait, y'all. Let's go. Keep this nation red.
So, Cliff, MSNBC just said Pennsylvania officials told them to expect a big drop of absentee ballots tonight, and there it is. What do you mean? And there it is. I don't see it anywhere. Do you?
I see nothing. I hear nothing. I do nothing. I'm just waiting for it, Charlie. This is what we've been talking about.
Yeah, Charlie, we keep talking about Philadelphia. 18% is still out in Philadelphia. And so what that 18% looks like is going to be interesting. Is it going to get her up to the 600,000? I just don't see it.
Nope.
I just don't. Not at these trends.
Man, I mean, we have eyeballs on the ground in all the right places, Jack? We do.
I've got people running around everywhere.
Do we have chain of custody to make sure?
Everywhere. Just flagging a thing. There was a bit kind of about a half hour ago where the New York Times dial stalled out. It had gone over 90. It went back to below 80. You saw the popular vote slink back to about 0.9, I think. Now it's moving back in our direction. We have popular vote estimated 1.1. We have overall victory at 91% on the New York Times dial.
Just so we're clear, the Obama bros are drinking live on MSNBC right now. They're literally drinking liquor right now.
It's like unbelievable. We're seeing a lot of that dark stuff, like the stuff they were doing in 2016. Like Joy Reid just openly saying, like doing this dark race baiting stuff.
But they're like slow walking themselves into it instead of just like, okay, do you know what I mean?
It's gonna be bad. Like I think we're gonna get what we'll see a lot of takes on like the bros who betrayed democracy. We're gonna get all these things about problematic frat bros, problematic young men, and it's very possible they'll double down on this, triple down, quadruple down on blaming these guys for everything, and then be shocked that doesn't succeed in winning them back.
It is now confirmed the Republicans will control the U.S. Senate. That's really big, everybody. That should be celebrated. It is
Let's
confirmed.
go. We took the fucking Senate. Let's go.
It's like they're prolonging the inevitable unless something falls into their laps.
We could end up
with 4 more Republican U.S. senators out of this.
Yeah, I mean, you flipped Bernie Moreno, which was a question mark, right?
You've got Bernie, that was a question mark. You now
we got the majority.
Pennsylvania, you've got Rogers,
Fuck yeah,
you've got
let's
Hovde.
go.
Hovde's looking as inevitable as Trump in Wisconsin at this point. And you've got
let's go.
A real possibility.
Keep it up, guys. Keep it
real
up.
Possibility.
Let's go.
I mean, look, is it?
And we don't even know what's going on in Nevada. I mean, that could take a full week because they have the same issues that we have in Arizona.
People are filing out of the Kamala party. They don't want that on camera anymore.
Oh, I want to see it.
No, yeah, no, they got him off camera really quick. I mean, so here, let me open this up. Cliff or Brett, I don't see a reasonable path based on the data in either of those states. Prove me wrong.
No, I don't.
I got nothing. Yeah. Go ahead, Brett.
We just got another dump from Dane County.
No hopium. I want the worst case scenario, Brett.
Wait, we just got another dump at Dane County?
Yeah, well, another 3% reported. So we went from 91% reported to 94% reported. We're at 23.7 for Trump and Dane. Brandon Malley, the Dane County GOP chair, just texted me. I mean, I guess here would be the opposite of hopium, but still hopium, as Charlie would say. Worst case scenario, we're looking at 22.7% in Dane County. That's exactly the percentage that Ron Johnson got in 2022 when he won statewide.
But it doesn't. It looks like it's holding there. He's at 24 right now.
Yeah, it's holding. Yeah, and so at worst case scenario, if you're looking at this exact same number that Ron Johnson won a very uphill statewide race just 2 years ago.
Ron Jeremy?
Guys, we're looking really good.
Oh, man. Cliff, I don't see a path for her in Pennsylvania. I do math.
What's up, Anto?
Prove me wrong.
Yeah, well, let me make your math better, Charlie. Remember earlier when I said when you extrapolate out all the collar counties in Philadelphia that she has an 8,000 to 10,000 vote lead, and then we'd have to make it up? Well, we just got new data. Trump is now above 3 million raw votes. And when we extrapolate the data out based on the votes that are left, she now would have to make up a 58,000
What up, Mini JJ?
vote deficit.
I love the Outer Banks.
With all of the remaining counties outside of Philadelphia, outside of Bucks, Chester, Montco, and Delco. I'm not going to say it's over, guys, but I don't see the math. Charlie, I'm trying to give you doomsday. I don't know what it is.
New York Times says Pennsylvania's at 75%.
Thank you so much for the likes. I appreciate it, Brittany. How you doing?
I mean, it doesn't really matter in terms of the math.
What up, Big Steve?
What else has been called, but New York Times has Nevada projected at 2.5 for Trump.
Are you serious? And it has right now at 3.8 to 4. It goes back with no new data in Arizona, by the way. It's this is just pathetic.
Yeah, well, Nevada only has like 2% in.
Florida got
Oh, I know it. You know,
honestly,
this is the first time since 2004 that a Republican has won or is winning the popular vote.
No, they say this system's so good because we get all the ballots in early, and then guess what happens? Steve and Richard can't process them in time. I mean, it's just like
we've had a handful of states flip that nobody thought would.
So great. He couldn't even get past last Tuesday.
This is awesome.
A week of ballots he's sitting on. It is unreasonable for the citizens of the state to have to sit here and wait.
This definitely shows
somebody that's
not only the country but the world.
It is ridiculous. We should be on a Florida system all day long.
It's just
how much we want change.
All right, they've called Washington. But
hey, we expanded.
Hey,
we
what's
got
up,
new
Mr.
votes
Katz?
in Arizona.
Welcome.
We're now up 9,000 votes.
What's up, Cruz?
Trump is catching.
Yeah, Jack, she called Delco.
Oh, I know.
That's what
That's
that was.
it's still
Yeah, Delco came in.
How split and even it was in some states, like, still blows my mind.
Trump is behind 10,000 votes in Maine, and only 26% has been counted.
How's it going, Courtney? Welcome.
Yeah, just wait for Portland. Let's play. Is this tonight, Young Turks? Let's play cut 189.
Iowa called for Trump, so there goes that nonsense. I'm gonna I'm getting revved up here on a significant rant. So, because Kamala Harris is not winning, and the people who thought that Kamala Harris was going to win a landslide are totally wrong.
Love you, Cenk.
I live like a capitalist every single day, Cenk.
Can we replay that? Was there like a massive fart? Let's play cut 189.
That's I feel like that's what a lot of people were doing.
Nonsense. I'm gonna I'm getting revved up here on a significant rant. So, because Kamala Harris is not winning, and the people who thought that Kamala Harris was going to win a landslide are totally wrong.
Thank you guys so much for the likes.
Votes in Arizona. Yuma reported, by the way. Yuma numbers are great. Tyler, we are up 64-35 in Yuma.
That's right.
That used to be a Democrat stronghold.
What up,
now,
twin?
It used to be a conservative Democrat area, and over time it's changed significantly, which is great.
What's going on TikTok? What's up, YouTube?
We chased really
What's
well.
up, remote trooper?
Like a lot.
Our team, and I want to give Anthony Kern a lot of credit. He's been living down there with the team.
I hope everybody got out and voted today. I don't care who you voted for. I just hope you voted.
Good dude. He was on the good old elector slate with me last time around. Good guy. He chased thousands of votes.
Who I want, but I just want
that's only going to get. I
to
think
make
that's
sure
only
that
get a little bit better.
everybody made it
It's
out.
not going to get any closer, but right now
I got you.
90%
That's
of the vote
cool.
in, we're only losing New Jersey by 4.
I know it's 4. It could get closer, Blake. Don't be
Absolutely.
The New York
I
Times
100%
estimate is it'll
agree.
widen to about 6.
I
That
don't
means
care
we'll
if you go
lose
into a
New Jersey
poll,
by less than half.
polling place and
We're
you
gonna
write
win
your
4
own
by-
name in.
All right, I want to
That
name
is
some of these members
your
here that I'm signing books to.
God-given right as an
the
American
Party.
citizen to
By
vote.
the way, the lib meltdowns are only going to get
And
better.
I know a lot
Let's
of
go
people
to,
say, well, I'm not
Joshua,
voting because I
Tracy,
don't like either
Lauren,
one of them.
Andy,
Well, you don't
Renova,
have to.
RJ,
Then
Sean,
don't give them your vote.
Tuco,
Make
Nicolette,
sure that
Timothy,
your
Lorna,
vote
Derek,
goes to
Forrest,
somebody that you do
Stacy,
want. Vote for
Connor,
yourself.
Ivana, Chris,
Vote for
Emily,
fucking
Annalise.
Mickey
Thank you
Mouse.
guys. Members.
Just
Charlie
vote.
Kirk.com. Members.charliekirk.com.
What's up,
Deeply
twin?
Appreciate it. Also, Tanya, Taylor, Isaiah, John, Ivan, Christina, Zach Remington. What a great name. Ashley. Members.charliekirk.com. Okay, let's go to some of this tape here. Let's go to cut 190, live shot from the Kamala watch party.
Thank you, guys. Keep tapping that screen, y'all. What's up, Jelly?
Where's the joy? Let me read this from Jackie Heinrich, who's a legit reporter from Fox
Yo,
News.
you should see some of the Democratic the
three sources close to Harris are
like
expressing
parties.
concern that Harris's path to victory may become too narrow to overcome. One
They're
source said the Harris friends and family party
they don't look like they're having fun
and she's not
right
she's
now.
in Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin. The exit polls I saw hours ago are accurate. A third source close to the campaign says, "I think we're losing this. Hearing word that Harris may come
what's
to
up,
Howard
Curtis?
University soon, but not for another hour." That was 20 minutes ago. So it's in some ways just a matter of time, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Man,
we take Georgia, we take
Right.
PA, Michigan. That's it. It's over. It's a wrap.
what are we looking at here for? I'm just looking at some of these. We have this is 100.
What up, CAC?
I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong map here. We have still such a little percentage of Brown County in.
We like Brown County, don't we?
Yeah, Brown County should still continue to be good for us. What's the out?
Thank
what's
you,
the
guys.
outcome
Continue to
that's gonna
tap
be there?
that
Why
screen.
is Brown County so far behind? Have you heard anything about that?
I haven't heard anything about that. I'm not
Can you
worried
find
about
The more likes we get, the more
Yeah,
people we get
I'll-
in here, the more
I'll send out
conversation we
a
can
couple
have.
texts here. One quick thing I wanted to let you guys know about. So there's only 10 precincts left to be counted in Dane County. I'm just so impressed with Brandon Malley, the Dane County GOP
What's
chair.
up, Cannibal
He's
Slayer?
24 years old. He's the GOP chair in the county that just went from the reason that elections to being the reason that we win them going forward. Guys, Kamala underperformed at UW-Madison by 7 points
Whoop.
in comparison to 2020.
You're welcome.
Dumbass.
I hit that campus twice, by the way, big time.
We register a lot of voters.
What's
right
going on,
now
everybody?
some of
Don't
these
forget to
things.
drop in
How
chat.
many-
Let
how
me know
many
you
voters
voted.
Did we register there?
I don't
So,
care who you
just broke
voted
90%
for.
of your
Just
time.
let me
I
know
want to
you
flag
voted.
on another fun stat line
TikTok,
from Texas.
YouTube, let me know.
Okay, thank you, Daisy.
You have
A
been
fun stat
initiated.
line. A fun stat line from Texas. So one of the most shocking things in 2020, we didn't win, but there was like some promising developments, and one of them was Cameron County. That's the far southern tip of Texas. It's where Brownsville is. So in 2008, 63% Obama. 2012, 65% Obama. 2016, 64% Clinton. And then the big shocking swerve was in 2020 that Trump improved a lot. He got all the way up to 43%. Biden dropped to 56%. So it was like, oh, it was a big swing. Can Trump keep that swing that he did? Well, what we ended up getting is it got another 19
Guys, don't
points
forget,
more
drop in
Republican.
chat.
Donald
Let me
Trump
know if you
won it
voted or you
53 to
did not.
47.
You don't
That's
have
the
to tell
best
me who you
outcome that
voted
we've
for.
had
I'm
in
just
that
trying to see
county
who voted, who
since
didn't.
1972, when Nixon won 49 states. And that's in a county that's overwhelmingly Hispanic, very heavily immigrant. And what we've just seen is Democrats did this like deranged, like, you know, there's no other way to put it, this deranged race baiting, this deranged, like, all this like Hitler rhetoric against Trump, and it completely failed. It, like, the people that they were aiming it most at don't buy it. They lived through a term of Trump and they realized it was bogus, and they've also lived through a term of what democratic open borders policies mean, and it was just a total wipeout. And it's like this across the entire border with Mexico in the Texas region. Plus 19, plus 21, plus 17. Every county down there is massive swing towards us.
Yes, sir.
Email us as always, freedom@charliekirk.com. Become a member, members.charliekirk.com.
Don't
I will
forget to
name
tap
your name
that
and
screen,
sign
TikTok.
hats for you. You are witnessing history,
Hi,
everybody.
Penny,
I just want
welcome.
to sink in. You are witnessing history right now. Do you know where Trump might do his celebration speech tonight? At the Palm Beach Convention Center.
We know that place well.
What's up, Sean?
Trump is at 97% on Polymarket.
Guys, don't forget to tap that screen. The more likes we get, the more people we get in here.
My body from that.
Share the live out.
Well, I remember Charlie, was it last summer? There outside in the Charlie's like, you blocked it from your mind.
I blocked it.
Completely blocked it when
no, that didn't happen. It was like
Frank, thank you so much for the lights.
Well, I remember
the magnetometers incident.
Yeah. Well,
as of right now, no. We probably won't find out a
Oh,
definitive
yeah,
answer
that one too.
until
Remember the bullhorn? We had to build
Wednesday,
a stage outside.
maybe
And
Thursday. But if it continues and we get high 80% in the next couple of states,
yeah.
I mean,
All
looking
right.
at the map right now,
I'm
it's
gonna play a little
230 to
play around
209.
here.
All the
So
Republicans
let me
have to
tell
do
you,
is take PA and
what
Georgia,
my Republican
and that's it.
data person says.
He's over
She says
250.
both sides returned 86%
If you can
of mail-in
get
ballots.
Michigan,
every single
that
Democrat
puts him up
returned
over
theirs, and
270. That's it.
Republicans returning a single one.
I really
then they
don't
could
see
win.
a
But I
path
think that's
for
borderline on
Harris.
absurdity.
I
Cliff,
don't.
walk us through the
So,
worst case scenario. Do we
we're
know
about to see
actually
history,
how many
baby.
votes are outstanding?
Yes,
Or are
ma'am.
we going to get like, oh, there's 40,000 votes?
As
so
of
there's
right
30.
now,
Do we have
Trump is the
full
first
picture of votes
Republican
outstanding in
president to
Pennsylvania
win the
before
popular
champagne
vote
starts rolling?
since 2004,
Yeah, I think,
which
listen,
was
when we look
George
at
Bush.
requests and we look at returns, Harris started the night up.
I mean, we're already
400,000 in
looking
terms
at
of
history.
returns. When you look at just the mail-in ballots, but Charlie, listen, I'm ready to project something. Okay, we've run the numbers. If projections hold, right now 91% of Delco is in, 86% of Chester County is in, 73% of Montgomery County is in, 58% of Bucks County.
Thank you
which
guys
we're
so
now
much.
saying
We're up
is a
over
wash.
1,000 likes now. Keep them going. Keep them going.
86% of Philadelphia is in. Charlie, I'm going to announce this on the Charlie Kirk Show. If these projections hold, Donald Trump will win Pennsylvania, and with that, we'll have enough votes to win the White House.
Yes, sir.
Those are the projections we're seeing, and I think that's going to play out.
All right, okay, so let's go worst case. I want you to now go a little doomer. What if what play out like a 10% decrease, 20%? Show me a path. I want you to do the Kamala thing.
Do the Kamala
Give me 10 seconds. I'll pull up the date and tell you
word salad
Let's
dance?
play CNN. Let's play CNN. 1 second. Play cut 191 while Cliff crunches some numbers. I want the worst case scenario here.
But look, the headwinds of the economy, the inflation that people are feeling, the difficulty in their everyday lives.
Yeah, she could not outrun that
couldn't.
Biden economy.
Nope.
Yeah.
Because
And
she
the economy,
fucked this country
Chris,
up
that
for the
is,
last 3.5
that is
years.
what people are feeling every single day.
Excuse wagon begins.
Speaking in past tense.
So this is from Pennsylvania. Trump was ahead by 225,000. Now he's ahead by 175,000. Was that the big drop?
You still could go
Was
to
that the
prison,
big one that we were waiting for?
see
The margin will
president
shrink some
or
as
not.
Philly and suburbs come in. Yes,
What are
it's
you
white
talking
knuckle time,
about?
But stay calm. So what am I missing here, guys? What is the best path for her?
Yeah, let me.
The only place
let
he's
me say
going
this, Charlie.
is
If
to
you're
the
really
White House,
worried,
my
you're
friend.
looking at what other options, okay? If we're not talking election day, we're talking about mail-in
That's
votes.
funny.
Here's the status, okay? In Pennsylvania, you have to request a mail-in
I can tell who
ballot to
you
vote
voted
by
for,
mail.
seeing how your
And
profile
so
picture's
1.2
Hello Kitty.
million Democrats requested a mail-in ballot, but only just over 1 million returned them. And so if you're looking for votes that could be out there, things that could be like, hey, these ballots just showed up, that would be where I'd look, because there's roughly 200,000. To be specific, it's about 163,000 Democrats that requested a mail-in ballot and never sent it back. I don't know where you find votes outside of that, right? But if you were
what are the mechanics? Are they allowed to still be dropped off? Or they have to be received by now?
They had to have been received at their county office by 8 p.m. on election night.
Period. Not postmarked. Done. Okay. So
what's up, Mystical?
8 p.m. election night.
So it's not of that is what Matthew McConaughey would say is the
what's up, Dust Bowl?
Wall Street. The not hocus pocus, but the
we paint this country red. Let's go.
Exactly. So we're talking about do we have accurate? I'm only grilling you, Cliff, here because this is the stakes of the entire civilization. Do we have accurate vote totals of what they have remaining? This has always been the issue. We prognosticate our numbers. We extrapolate, and we're like, oh, my goodness, our math, right, Tyler? Yep. Oh, we didn't think of the 80,000. We didn't think of the 90,000. Cliff, do we know Allegheny and all these counties, do we know what they have left in their inventory to count?
Not enough to give her Pennsylvania, baby.
Mail-in ballot returns. What we don't know is how many people actually voted on election day. But, Charlie, here's where I have a little bit of hope, okay? In 2020, the gotcha numbers, hey, we didn't know you had those, were a lot more of the mail-in ballot returns.
What's up, Kelly?
Okay,
welcome.
Because the requests were through the roof. Let me share this with you to give you concrete data from 2020 compared to today. In 2020, the Democrats have 1.6 million requests when it came to mail-in ballots, and that's how they ran up the score to have 1.4 million returns. Well, this year, when you look at it, when you look at the numbers this year, they're down significantly. They don't have mail-in ballots really to mess with.
Nope.
And honestly, in Pennsylvania history, we get election day votes typically on election day, right? The delay has been those that were mail-in ballots, and if there were issues with them, if there was a delay in receiving them. But we've tightened up those rules. Two big rule changes to understand in PA. One, the Supreme Court of PA says you have to date your ballot, you have to sign it, you have to have a secrecy slip. And number two, they really solidified the idea that it had to be received by 8 p.m. at the county office if you have a mail-in vote. And so when I look at these numbers, there's really only one loophole here. And that could be if for some reason they don't report election day votes and then somehow later they come about.
What's up,
Which,
Anto?
to be honest, I think people would question and have an issue with. So if you're asking me where the missing votes are, it's just counting the final 60 or 70,000 mail-in votes in Philadelphia County. And then trying to understand where does election day land. That's the question we all need to demand an answer to tonight. Election day votes should be tabulated and calculated and reported on election day.
Yes, sir.
That is their last hope here to try to come up with some spike in the numbers.
Okay, so that was very thorough.
What's up, Meals?
Brett, we have you. Is there a similar situation in Wisconsin? Wisconsin's a little bit cleaner, right? It's a little bit clearer of a picture. Am I correct?
Yeah, a little bit clearer of a picture. I mean, we're over 90% reported now in Kenosha County. And you're seeing that's going to be a 5-point win for Trump. Both Brown and Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah.
Counting
78% were already up.
After midnight. Brown
County
is
how many? Hold on.
4 points.
Okay, so Brown County is
Michigan's
still expecting
at 50%.
another
We're still up
76,000 ballots to be counted. And Milwaukee County still
almost
over
3 points in PA.
A little bit of a light at the end.
Almost 3 points in Georgia.
Milwaukee. So our modeling shows like worst case scenario right now.
I mean, unless somebody really fucks up, we got this.
29.8%, which is
Trump is back in the White House,
the amount
baby.
that Ron Johnson lost Milwaukee by in 2022, and he won statewide. So that's worst case scenario so far. If those 200,000 plus ballots come back not in our favor, we're just waiting here. About another half hour or so, we should start to see those numbers come out of Brown and Milwaukee.
Okay, so just to be clear, Milwaukee still has 200,000 mail or absentee, right?
Absentee to count.
Is that it? Is that a final number?
That's it.
Is that
That's it.
Okay, so let's just Donald Trump right now is 150,000 votes. No, 100,000 votes right now. 104,000 votes. So 200,000 ballots. and we lose those 66-33, what is that delta for Kamala? How much votes would she net then?
66-33. Say that again.
Yeah, it would be what? 120.
Yeah,
120 to 80, right? No, that's not right.
It would be 70. What is it?
It's been a long day. What's 66% of 200?
71. So no, 744.
By the way, is male makeup worse or better?
It's 68.5, I think.
So let's just do this.
68.5.
200 times 0.67. Okay, 134.
68.
She would get 134, and we would get 70. Right. She would net 60. Yeah. Okay, so let's say she nets 60 out of Milwaukee County. Where else does she have votes, and do we still have counties left that are good for us that can? So
one county hasn't even reported yet.
So that's 60,000 votes for her. Let's just say worst case scenario. Okay. That would get her within 40,000 votes. And is Dane done?
Dane only has less than 10 precincts to go. So
what was that other county you said? Rock County or something?
No, Brown. So Brown County, Green Bay, still has 75,000 ballots that need to be done.
But that's a good county for us.
That's a really good county for us. That's a county that Ron Johnson. Yeah, that's a county that Ron Johnson won by 9 in 20.
Yeah, I got it. So she nets. Let's just say she gets 60,000 votes out of that net. Yep. So then our lead goes down to 40,000. But we could potentially get another 20,000, 15,000 votes out of Brown, right?
Yep.
We could get another, 10,000 votes from the rurals, right? I mean, I'm seeing, Sawyer County hasn't totally reported. Washburn, Barron, Monroe, Richland, Portage still has votes left, but that's a swing county. Am I right? I mean, where else does she have votes to get from? Even if Brett, if she wins 75% of those remaining ballots, 75%, she still doesn't make up the delta.
No, I know. And I'm looking at the game changer for me. I think when I look back at this is going to be Kenosha County. I mean, one of the storylines was going to be what the Illinois spillover was going to see. I mean, especially after COVID, this was going to be the first big election, the first presidential election after you saw that mass exodus of liberal voters from Illinois up to Wisconsin. I mean, the last stop on the Metro train line is Kenosha. Trump's going to win there by 5, and that's a county he won by 3 in 2020. So things are looking really good. I'm shocked.
I want you to put on the Kamala Harris hat for a second, okay? Where could she possibly get votes? Again, Wisconsin is not as crooked as Pennsylvania. It's right. It's way more transparent. It's just a different culture. It's not New Jersey spillover. So where else are there votes if Milwaukee County? Are you sure that's not 280,000 in Milwaukee? You sure it's not like 260,000? Like that's signed, sealed, delivered, legit.
Yeah. So Milwaukee County had 244,000 absentee ballots sent out. 233,000 of them were returned. So that number is hard at 233,000. Yeah, I'm looking at Racine County. I think I mentioned that earlier. Slow counting there. Trump's at 62% in Racine County.
That's good.
That's good. I mean, that's a county that Ron Johnson won 54% of. So, I mean, there could possibly be, in the city of Racine, some votes still left on the table for Kamala.
Okay, so what Racine is our county, though, unless it's male, but...
It is usually. You're seeing Trump like really overperform in Racine County in comparison to what Canada usually would.
But at the same time, there's still votes left in Waukesha for us. There's still votes left in Dodge for us, right? There's still votes left in Washington.
Waukesha's done. Waukesha's.
It says 92% on the New York Times. So okay. I'll take your word for it. How about Washington? Still has 30% of its votes left, right?
Yep.
That's a great county for us. Fond du Lac still has some votes left. Sheboygan still has some votes left. What I'm getting at is, 5,000 here, 4,000, right? I mean, we still have probably 50,000 net votes across the state.
Hey,
am I right?
Brett, can we ask the question from our data guys too on the Yokava votes there for Wisconsin?
I don't think it's going to be nearly enough.
We need to get that number. They have the data for the number, so let's pull that. Let's ask them about that. We're close enough where this is. Yet. But no, we're close enough though where this could think this. I mean, this is the piecemeal thing that they do.
I know, I understand.
So we need to get that number for Wisconsin, and I know they were.
Grant County has votes left, by the way. Grant County, like a lot of our counties, Brett.
Juneau is only 66%.
And Dane is done. Like their strong county is done.
Yeah. I mean, she lost 7% at UW Madison, and that'll end up being the fatal flaw there, that she didn't prioritize UW Madison. You seem to get a feeling that we were gaining some rare Republican momentum there. President Trump was in Dane County about a month ago. That was the first time that a Republican presidential candidate stepped foot in Dane County on the campaign trail since Bob Dole in '96. So, I mean, they saw a path through Dane County.
Yeah, so just going doing math at home. Even if Pennsylvania goes Pennsylvania, which Cliff's not going to let happen, right, Cliff? We're not going to let that happen, okay? But even if Pennsylvania.
That is true. That is true.
But because Wisconsin is a much straighter arrow, it's just a much straighter edge. It's just a different way of doing things, okay? It's just a different, honestly, worldview and morality. No offense to Cliff and Jack. It's just a straighter edge, okay? And by the way, we've cleaned up a lot of the 2020 stuff. That's all I'm going to say, right, Brett? We've cleaned up a lot of it. It's a lot straighter edge. We're going to talk in code here. But with Donald Trump with a 105,000 vote advantage in Wisconsin right now, with tons of our counties remaining, and okay, you said Racine, she'll close the gap. Any other places where she can catch up with late arriving mail?
There's a couple that I'm just noticing here too. So you've got
Eau Claire's done.
That you've got. You've got some potential grab in St. Croix for her. I'm just looking at the numbers from 2020 in Polk County. And we might be tapped out of Republican votes there. We're doing really well. So what concerns me in Polk County is 2020 we won 16,000 votes to 9,000 votes. Right now we're winning 14,000 votes to 7,000 votes. So it looks like it's going to split pretty good there, but there could be some there. We have Douglas County hasn't reported yet. It's not a ton of votes, but it's 25,000 votes there.
We got this, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
And then so you start patching this thing together. So that hasn't reported yet. Ashland hasn't completely reported yet. And you said Door County's done, right?
Yeah, Door is done. Want to point out, you mentioned Polk County. You saw a massive turnout because Wisconsin has same-day voter registration. It's more than possible. Yeah, we use it to our advantage. A county like Polk County, you saw tons of wards exceed 100%. Turtle Lake, a heavy Republican municipality in Polk County, 126% turnout, heavy Republican.
Wow.
We just flipped Erie County. Let me get Cliff back in. By the way, guys, can we get ready to take Trump when he speaks? Trump will probably declare victory tonight, and that is not if you're at 90% at New York Times at 12:30.
Let's go.
So we'd like to see, baby.
Yeah, again, it's okay. So let me just say one thing. What was that? Okay, let's make sure we can pull Trump away. We just flipped Erie County. What did I tell you, Cliff? I told you, Cliff, don't sleep on my Erie people.
Let's go, Pennsylvania.
Listen, Erie has been a top target. You were right, Charlie. You were right. Right now, Donald Trump, 67,000. Kamala Harris, 65,000, 50-48. I mean, I don't think it goes in the other direction whatsoever. We're looking at the numbers. There's a key state Senate race there, 2 state House races we have to flip to take back the state House. A bellwether county. Donald Trump is now leading in Erie County. Huge moment, everybody. Remember where you're at. I think this is the moment. I don't think things go back, folks. We've got a 2, almost 3-point lead in Pennsylvania, and we're waiting on these numbers to come in. Listen, even the collar counties right now, I mean, if you guys look at this and we pull up the numbers,
all about 80%.
I mean, we got 11% left in Philly, 18% left in Montgomery. I mean, it's time. We're getting to that point. They don't have votes left to try to come up with some comeback. Very good news for Donald Trump.
It is going to come down. It's going to come down to Philadelphia in a sense, but it's actually going to come down to the collar counties. It's going to be, was she able to pull out of the collar counties what she couldn't get out of Philadelphia? We've been talking about it all day. This is the tightening, but you're seeing these positive aspects that would, like Erie County, like Center County, like Bucks County, which, I mean, just testament to the work of so many people there. And Scott Pressler, his name's got to get thrown out. I don't know if we said it enough. And Cambria is still not giving me votes. Almost 80% is still out in Cambria. So if this tightens, there's a huge red reservoir just waiting there in Cambria. That's where they held the vote open. That's where they did the 2 hours extra. Luzerne.
Jack, where did
which
they
had one
land? Did
precinct
they
with
land?
12.
Did they land on hand counting, or did they get the machines to work? What was the verdict?
I didn't even go back and look.
I think
they were
they're
trying
hand
to get. I saw at one point that they were trying. I think that's right because I saw at one point they were trying to. It was actually the scanners that went down, and at one point they were trying to get extra ballots printed because they. I mean, I love it. They printed ballots that didn't fit in the scanners, and then they were trying to get more ballots printed in Pittsburgh and have them driven to Cambria, and then they were just going back to hand counting. It's like. It's almost like hand counting is just easier. It's kind of a crazy concept.
Trump is going to speak soon. I'm of the opinion he should declare victory.
Absolutely.
I'm not there yet, but he should make the media. The media is slow walking this thing. They're not going through the detail that we are right now at all. And I think Trump needs to say, look, boom, boom, boom. There is no path. Let's ride this thing out. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Charlie, I've been getting so many comments. People saying we like this stream better because you get granular.
Oh no, of course. But this is all a bunch of what is it? Look, hold on. You want to tell what the cable news is? Cable news is this, okay?
Cable news.
And then it's 193. This is what cable news is.
Let's go, guys.
It looks like Donald.
193. Play it.
No. Number one rule.
Here we go, baby.
Buddy. Okay, if you're Warren Buffett or if you're Jim Buffett, knows if the stock is going to go up, down, sideways, or in circles. Least of all stockbrokers. Right? It's all the Fugazi.
That's cable news.
Fugazi. It's a fake. Yeah, Fugazi, Fugazi. It's a wazi. It's a woozy.
It's
never landed. It is no matter. It's not on the elemental chart. It's not real. Right? It's not real.
The money that matters is the commissions. Oh yeah, taking their money out of
You
their
guys are
pocket
here
and
watching
putting it in
history.
yours.
People are starting to say exactly what we're saying right now. By the way, everyone says, Charlie, you're like an hour ahead. You're like a decade ahead of the cable news. Yeah, we actually
every
crunch the
message I've
numbers,
been
right?
has been saying that.
Well, and plus we have everybody that knows
By the way,
what we're talking about.
we have 250 people on staff in Wisconsin, and we have 550 people in Arizona. I'm still waiting for Arizona data, by the way.
We have more than that. We have all our part-time people, all of our wonderful volunteers.
Yeah, we have over 1,000 bodies in Arizona.
We had 1,000+ people here today, and guess what? I'm glad we did looking at these numbers because how much more depressing would tonight been if we had chased the people that we chased?
By the way, someone just says, Charlie, your live stream is outstanding. I turned off cable news. They were a chaotic mess and late to call anything. Tony, I know you're watching. God bless you, Tony. I want to see your last name.
If we would not have chased the ballots that we chased, Charlie, tonight they would have withheld these couple 100,000 ballots and they made this look so unbelievably impossible. And it's not true. That's what happened in 2020 with Arizona.
Tyler,
this is what they did in Arizona was they withheld.
It's all information warfare.
It's totally
information warfare. Okay, let's go to okay, so New York Times says 79% chance of Trump winning Pennsylvania, 82% chance winning Arizona, 76% chance winning Wisconsin. I think that number's low in Wisconsin.
I would say Wisconsin should be. Yeah, I would. I would look at it the other way.
Yeah, Brett's making some calls. It's 68% chance winning Michigan. It's conceivable that we run the table. It's conceivable we go 7 for 7. Nevada, I don't know what's going on there. They're going to take. St.
Andrew.
Nobody wants to listen to this guy.
Don't say anything. Just everybody. By the way, can you do me a favor if you're watching on YouTube, Rumble, X? Text this to your friends that are anxious. We're doing the best coverage, I think. And by the way, we are now on hour 7.
Yeah, I'm getting texts from people saying, "Oh, Jack, I have palpitations. I don't know what's going on. I'm nervous." And I'm like, guys, just number one, stay frosty. This is the frost stream. All right, this is the frost stream right here. Okay, this is where you go for your ray of frostiness. You got Jack Frost right here, and we're just crunching numbers. And by the way, Tyler, I wanted to say this after my show today, and we kind of had a little downtime in between streams. I went over to Turning Point Action. Those people were tireless.
Dude,
and I saw them at the call center.
For a month.
I saw them at the call center, and it was just call after call.
I got a full rank here. Turning Point Action, the whole is the hardest working team in the history of politics. It was by the way, prove me wrong. Call the bluff. No, I mean it's 100%. By the way, I'm involved in that. I think I helped set the pace a little bit.
Yeah.
I worked again. I'm not declaring victory yet, but we are light years ahead. I see it very clearly. That's why we have the devil's advocate crew here. We got Brett. Brett, we here? By the way, you have to
just put out a call to someone who I know on the ground at Milwaukee Central Count.
Sound
they're
excited.
they're 86,000 votes into those 233,000 that they need to count.
Have they reported those 86,000?
They have not reported them. So,
but that means that they're through.
So,
What does that mean that they're through? That that's
we're gonna get results.
It's double speak.
This thing, we're gonna tomorrow. We'll know this. We'll know the answer to these questions probably by
Donald Trump is now up 8,000 votes in Wisconsin. What?
Kamala Harris will not speak tonight.
Well, yeah, I mean,
because she's never coming back.
Campaign.
She's never coming back.
What did I tell you? I don't even know when we started the stream. It was one of the first things I said on the stream
for 7 hours.
One of the very first things I said on the stream was that Kamala Harris. Yes, you are.
We're never going.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. We were in Allentown yesterday. That's what I was chanting.
I can't wait till Joe Biden's sucking up.
What was one of the first things I said? I said Kamala Harris will not concede tonight.
Gosh. Guys, do you realize we're now going to be entering the phase where Joe Biden and Hunter Biden suck up to Donald Trump for a pardon for the next? This is going to be the greatest ever.
If we he still has like 2 months.
Charlie, CNN.
Guys, no jail.
Art of the deal, okay? Listen.
Stop.
That same person who's on the ground at Central Count in Milwaukee says that they're being told that they can expect to get out of there by 2 a.m.
That's midnight here. That's early, baby.
Can I?
That's 1 a.m. I mean, come on, we're going all night.
Can I make a suggestion?
We're not doing 2020 again, where I go to sleep and all of a sudden there's a bunch of fugazi from the Milwaukee Count Center.
Charlie, I think that Donald Trump should pardon Hunter Biden if he goes down and has to work
at Maricopa Central.
No. Yes, no. We don't want anywhere near balance. We want him to build the wall. We want Hunter Biden on the border having to build a wall, and we have a live stream like the Truman Show of him.
Hell yeah! I think that's a great fucking idea.
That would be incredible. That's worth it.
They're all leaving.
Don't send them to jail.
Everyone's
leaving. 2 years build walls.
Everyone's leaving at Howard University because they just announced she's not going to speak. They're all.
Never going back.
Yes,
CNN is now called Georgia. They're about an hour behind you, Charlie.
Yeah, I tried 2 hours. By the way, I just want to thank some of our members, members.charliekirk.com. We are signing hats here, members.charliekirk.com.
All right, guys. If I can't get anybody to tap the screen or interact here, I'm going to end this stream, and you guys can see who won from somewhere else, I guess.
Devil's advocate. I'll let you know when it's. But I know Wisconsin not as well as Brett, but I know that Midwestern, that kind of straight edge, and I don't see the votes. You're down 108,000 votes.
I already know who's going to win. We've been calling it. We've been on this thing for the last 7 hours.
Do you want to hear my brother? This is his feedback. He said, I sent your stream to all my Bay Area Republican friends, and I've been getting nonstop thank you texts because of how much better your coverage is.
No, I mean, it's by the way, it's the #1 stream in the country right now.
That's Commonwealth.
But just so I said, Charlie, you can go hang out with Elon and Trump. I said, no, I'm going to be with you guys. That's what we're doing. Yeah. Go ahead, Jack. Sorry.
No. We all had the invitations. We all had, hey, come on, it'll be great. Get you in, get the access. No, it's not about access. It's about actually explaining what's going on. And you is that Howard? What we're looking at right now?
Is that a live shot?
Yeah, that's got to be. Look at them. They're all just leaving. They're all walking out. And I saw people. So that's inside. So there were people outside who were leaving as well. And look, we have work to do.
We have 238,000.
What's going on YouTube
right now?
We have work to do.
Guys, email me freedom@charliekirk.com. A proof of your subscription of our podcast to get in the running to get a hat. Members,
drop in the comments. Let me know who's here. Let me know if you voted.
We're not going back. Okay, we got all of the appropriate chemistry to keep us going.
We've got.
And Arizona is still not reported. I don't know what is going on there.
Still working on my Wawa coffee.
I mean, it is 10:41 local. This is just pathetic.
Sign books. Order bulletproof.com. Order bulletproof.com. Sign books.
Charlie, I will tell you, this is like last time we were in this position. It took them until after 11 p.m. to start releasing day of results. So
I'm talking about the earlies they still have.
They're not going to release.
They're sitting on 200,000.
They're going to start slowly scanning.
They are sitting on our 200,000 best votes.
It's going to be Bill Gates over there.
200,000 of our best votes.
One at a time. It's going to be onesie twosies. It's going to take. We're going to be here for 2 weeks.
I can't.
We're going to be here for 2 weeks, and they're going to be like until they finally have to claw their way into Kerry Lake as your senator. And Justin Heap is your recorder.
We're not calling that yet.
We're not calling that.
No, I'm just saying.
We have some new calls.
Like they're getting set up.
Sadly, they did call New Mexico
West
for.
Palm. Is that RFK?
No, they're prepping. That's the advanced team.
But here's the New Mexico news. You want to hear some good news?
Actually, it's a speaker.
No, I was gonna say I thought it was RFK for a second.
He's gonna sing. Is this a singer? What's going on here? Can we get this feed, please?
Yeah, we should probably check out what's going on.
Whatever is, can we get Real America's Voice or something?
Something is happening.
Or YouTube. Can we find a YouTube link of it and send it to the team?
I'm not really sure what's going on.
We have 500,000 concurrents right now between all platforms.
There's our good friend Blake. I think that's my brother right next to him.
Oh, I'm gonna. By the way, you know I recorded all this so I can rewatch it in perpetuity. Lawrence O'Donnell, I'm watching you tonight, pal. I've had you on my list for a long time.
Virginia, 76% in House District 7. Anderson is only 2 points behind Vindman. We have in Ohio, Marin is within a point of Captor. That's up in our good friends district. We have right now Maine. They've only counted
Guys,
20%
we are
of the votes
taking
for
this
some
country
reason, and
back.
Our Republican Austin is up. Michigan Barrett is creaming the replacement for Slotkin. That is like an embarrassing. It looks like we're gonna mop the floor.
Can Rogers win in Michigan?
Rogers is on his way. He's like up 2 or 3 points right now. But I'm going through the House races.
Crazy.
There's still a lot.
I feel bad.
Marionette Miller.
Tang Williams.
Detroit has a lot.
Tang Williams, who's been a candidate a few times here. Lily Tang Williams is only behind 2.5 points, almost 3 points in New Hampshire in House District 2. Pennsylvania, we have McKinsey up on Wild in House District 7. That's a big deal. Pennsylvania, they just announced this. District 8, this was a race to watch. This was on our list. This is I believe it's a hold. Brezhnev,
that's a new guy. That's Rob Brezhnev. That's a flip.
We have 2 flips pending in Pennsylvania. We have McKenzie beating
I think we're
Wild,
gonna keep the House.
95%.
Brezhnev would be Cartwright. That's your.
real quick, Cliff. What's your read on the Perry race? 77% in. Where are we going to be? I know you were just with them.
Yeah, so we have 3 targets in PA. You just mentioned them: District 7, District 8, District 10. Those were the 3 congressionals. Scott, we got to see where the numbers fall. We're expecting the rest of these to be good, but we got to see if he can get across the finish line. 7 and 8, we were told they were not winnable, but we're going to try to make them competitive. So we're excited about those. But Scott Perry's a must-win, so we're analyzing that minute by minute and trying to see where it lands. But honestly, 7 and 8, one of the reasons we had success was the Democrats didn't target it as heavily for mail-in voting. So we'll continue to track those.
Cliff, are you tracking the row offices? Because the Democrats are way down in these row offices.
Pennsylvania, 81% chance for Trump, New York Times.
Dude, and
Attorney General, Auditor, and Treasurer in Pennsylvania, the split's way wider than it is for the president.
I believe that.
Way wider. Dave Sunday's up 5 points for Attorney General. I think they're actually calling that on decision day.
I believe that.
Don Bacon's probably going to win, and no one likes
That's
him.
unbelievable.
Hey,
Please don't set me off. Gosh, Tom Bacon.
Not right now. Tonight's about unity. Hey,
Stacey Garrity, Treasurer.
Hey, someone speaking at Kamala's thing. Cedric Richmond, what's going on here?
Oh yeah, we got
to get this. I got to get this. This is historic.
2 on the chair.
This is John Podesta speaking in 2016.
Yeah, that's the John Podesta speech.
Yeah, I remember that one.
It's probably
this guy. Everyone's taking it. Let's hear it. He's not even.
No, we're still getting it. We're still getting it.
It's not even Jen O'Malley Dillon. It's the co-chair.
You know how many text messages people?
That was like a 1 minute, whatever he spoke, super short.
Yeah, Jack, just to go back to what you said, I mean, all the row offices in PA are going to be wins. I mean, Stacey Garrity, DeFore.
Oh, Cedric Richmond is gone. Oh, he's gone.
He's gone. Let's get that.
I'm sure we're going to get a clip. We'll get a clip of it. It's fine.
You think of like breaking news. It says
Harris campaign co-chair addresses the watch party.
She has been drinking too much tonight.
This is pathetic.
I just got a message. Tyler, I just got a message. White House official, some in Kamala's camp wanted to see if Biden wanted to do a quick national address to ease nerves, and Jill shut it down because he's still asleep.
Oh, that would have been historic.
Ease nerves? Can you guys do math?
I
think we should send out Hunter Biden.
Our president is sleeping right now.
For the pardon.
Can we get to that, Cedric?
But really,
get that.
That should be a
about
national conversation with.
We're not there yet, guys. Okay,
Think
we're not
about
there yet.
all that.
We got some votes to count. Okay.
Think about all that
We're not
posturing
sleeping this time, though.
that Democrats
We're not
do.
falling asleep this time, though. Last time we went to sleep,
I know,
we
but-
let them whoozy whatsies this thing. All right.
What were you saying?
Think about all that posturing that the left has done for years, where they're like, this person, young children need role models, like girls need strong women to look up to as models, and then like the objective failure, like at the minimum, you guys didn't win. You could show that, like, you're the woman candidate that you nominated can be brave, can be tough, can be a leader, and part of being a leader is being able to take your group accountability, being able to take your group through hard times when things are tough.
Yep.
And they're 2 for 2 on. They have to punt to their dude campaign manager to speak for them on election night.
Second time in a row, by the way.
Second time in a row.
Hillary had John Podesta go out, and Kamala just had Cedric go out. There you go.
Well, it wasn't in a row, but
both times a female candidate was the nominee. This happened.
Do we have Brett on? Do I have my devil's advocate panel? Brett, Brett, what's going on with Wisconsin? They're actually counting votes miraculously.
There was no one there when he spoke.
New York Times, 77% chance of winning Wisconsin. Tell me what's going on here.
Big smiles over here. We just went from 82% reported in Portage County to 86% reported in Portage County, then up to 90% reported in Portage County. Trump is at 49.8%. Why is this important? Well, this is where UW-Stevens Point is. It's a major college town that's smack dab in the middle of Wisconsin. And if we stay the course on this, keep in mind, Trump's winning by 1 point with 90% reporting. This would be the first time that a Republican presidential candidate will win Portage County since, you guys ready for this? 1956.
And that's a college town, isn't it, that we targeted, Brett?
Major college town that we had ballot
Let's
chasers
go.
in. That we had TPA chase the vote ballot chasers in.
we haven't updated the map, but they've called Maine for Trump.
Maine 2.
Maine 2.
Yeah. So let's give him that one electoral vote.
Let's. I mean, we might as well, right? We're here.
Charlie, New York Times is now predicting, they're not calling Pennsylvania. They're using that funny word, but they're now predicting Pennsylvania for Donald Trump. Very big moment.
Math is math. Trust the data, right?
Yep, that's 249.
88% in Trump's lead. Did Trump's lead just expand in Pennsylvania?
It looks like
165,000.
No, I had it 100, but it was down to 162 because I've been tracking this pretty closely.
Do we want to color Pennsylvania red on the map?
No.
All right, then we'll turn it back.
Absolutely
I'm not there yet.
I'm not there yet.
I'll make the call. It's not there.
No, he's at 157 right now.
I want to thank our members. Daisy sent me some of the names. Members.charliekirk.com. We are signing. By the way, you'll be able to have this hat for the rest of your life, and you'll say, "I got a hat signed by Charlie Kirk and the team." The night the blue wall fell. Again. And I'm not making any proclamations, but I'd much rather be us than them. Fox News is called George for Trump. I'm sorry, I think I can't say that without laughing. It's like, thanks. That was so 9:30. Okay, it's like
Charlie, you were right about Bucks County.
It's getting ready, right?
50-48.
Yeah, I was right.
Yeah.
So
Let's go. Redder is better, baby.
So
we're netting votes there.
Cliff, you hear that? We're netting votes out of the college.
That's awesome.
And he's
Joker's almost done.
running away with it in Lancaster. And York still has a ton out. York still has about 60,000 to come in. And York is a huge
that's the reason I'm confident. Huge red area. York has tons of votes that come in. We're getting very close, guys.
The walls are closing in, as they say.
And Cambria hasn't gone up in like 2 hours.
Our team just got back to me from the report from Maricopa County.
Great.
No, this last week. So probably the data that we didn't get. We chased. Guess how many ballots we've chased that we know of to date?
Total, 175,000.
Just a little above that, 180,000.
I mean, it's unbelievable. And we're going to see that manifest once, at Christmas.
Well, you would basically. I mean, just to put this in perspective, with the numbers that we have now, the numbers would look like about probably -1 to 150,000 votes if it wasn't for our team chasing those votes. It would look like 2020 when we felt like there was no hope.
Let's play cut 197, please.
And there's hope.
Good evening, Howard. Good evening, HU. I want to say good evening to all of the Harris campaign, the campaign family. Thank you for all that you have done. Thank you for being here. Thank you for believing in the promise of America. We still have votes to count. We still have states that have not been called yet. We will continue overnight to fight to make sure that every vote is counted, that every voice has spoken. So you won't hear from the vice president tonight, but you will hear from her tomorrow. She will be back here tomorrow to address not only the HU family, not only to address her supporters, but to address the nation. So thank you. We believe in you. May God bless you. May God keep you. And go HU and go Harris. Thank you all.
Oh my gosh. That's gonna go up with Podesta. That guy's right up there with Podesta. By the way, Montgomery County, Cliff, we're getting some numbers out of Montgomery County. It was 62-36 in 2020. It's now 60-38.
Yeah, and I think, listen, these numbers continue to cannibalize.
60-38. I'm telling you, they're getting redder, not bluer, in the area she needs to get votes.
So that's day of. That's all day of coming up. 62. And
when we're seeing day of votes, it's once again, listen, we're not talking about her needing to make up 5,000 votes. Okay, right now she's got to make up 140, 130. I mean, she's got to make up 6 figures in votes. And Charlie, it's just not there.
Pennsylvania.
It's just not there. We've got the numbers.
They're at 86% chance.
Philadelphia's at 90% in.
Joy Reid is already blaming men.
I will take the blame.
Yes,
by the way,
that's
just right. As soon as hold on a second, she went after me by name.
I'm sure it's gonna get worse.
Saying that Charlie has no get out the vote operation.
They're gonna quote.
Okay, everyone, Maricopa's incoming, according to Garrett Archer.
Yes, it was supposed to be here 30 minutes ago, but here we are. So, guys, and let me warn everybody. We don't know how they're going to give this to you.
Let's focus on Pennsylvania. Let's just get Arizona.
We don't know how they're going to give this to you.
Eventually, the votes will come. Okay.
I don't know how many times I have to do this and still be stunned.
I know.
By the way in which that they produce results here.
I know.
But Charlie, what exactly did Joy Reid say? I'm kind of fascinated.
She said that
of all people.
Can we wait till after we get?
Let's wait. No, we're not doing that yet. Later. I got a whole list, and I'm checking it twice.
I want to be part of it.
And it's going to be a beautiful thing. But if we win, I'm not kidding. If it looks like we're winning, guys, it looks, glory be to God. I'm not kidding. We do not deserve his mercy. We don't deserve his goodness.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll say that as we get closer.
That's
before I get too emotional, Jack.
That's going to be a treat.
So I don't know. Pennsylvania is.
Pennsylvania's at 85% chance now, guys.
What a ride.
Come on, Charlie, let's do it. Are we there yet?
Right.
Do it, Charlie. We'll give you the honor.
We're not doing it yet. No.
Yeah, Joy's an idiot.
Yep. 2020 vibes. I got PTSD.
Do you think how sad? Do you think Kamala's sleeping in the White House?
No. Let's just stay positive. It's just we'll get to that
observatory.
Yeah.
Do you think she's there just to try to get her?
No, she's not there.
She'll get her nights in over there.
Yeah, Delco's done. Montgomery's about to be done. Bucks still has 30% out, and the more Bucks comes in, the redder it looks. So that's a pocket where, as things come in, it actually helps with all of these other pieces that are coming in on whatever tranches of blue that they have left in Philadelphia or whatever it is. You're actually seeing this interesting almost It's like a seesaw where
Jack,
it's balancing it out.
And McCormick's going to win.
Let's talk top level. There's 6.4 million votes in Pennsylvania. We're expecting another 400,000, and Donald Trump is up almost 200,000.
Yeah, we said just 6.8, just under 7 was what we were looking at.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where she finds those votes. I don't know where she finds them.
Let's put up. By the way, I want to thank our members, members.charliekirk.com. That's members.charliekirk.com. Thank you guys.
We finally got Cameron County.
Oh, really? That should be good for us. We get votes.
Well, it's like 500 votes.
Hey, I want to point something out too.
But we got him.
Even with the Maricopa County withholding, Justin Heap's only down 3,000 votes.
I can't do it. We'll talk later. This Arizona thing is driving me livid.
Oh, it's gonna get beautiful. It's gonna get so juicy and beautiful. I just wait. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be fun.
I know. It's just
what else do we have to do the next 3 days, right? Like we wanted to do this. We did. Who wants to have an election day in a day? You know?
Yeah, right.
Pennsylvania is at 85% chance of winning. New York Times. The meter just keeps ticking.
Quick down ballot footnote in Wisconsin. We knew this was going to happen, but I just want to talk about it. Tony Weed, running in Wisconsin's 8th congressional district, he wins with 59% of the vote in right now. The reason that's noteworthy, he was in a really contested 3-way primary. TP Action was the first outside organization to support him. So we're really excited for Tony. He's a class act, a dynamite guy, and really has leaned into Brianna and Dixon. I saw those two at the Trump rally. When Tony saw them, his face lit up like a Christmas tree. So it's just fantastic to see Tony win.
Brett, I want to recognize Dixon, too, who's one of our supervisors in Brown County now. He's one of the youngest supervisors. He's engaged to be married. He's got a great life ahead of him, a long line of service, maybe future congressman in Brown County, who knows. Bree has been incredible there as well, just working inside and out, trying to show local county leaders, right? What's our favorite county that we've got right outside Brown County there, Brett?
Outagamie. Do we want to go there?
She's friends with Outagamie, right? Outagamie's been so supportive of Turning Point Action. We appreciate them so much. We're really looking forward to a long road ahead and really showcasing.
I hope you guys remember where you saw it right here, Game Time Barney. We're showing you, bringing you all the coverage. President Trump winning this fucking election.
Yes,
absolutely, Charlie. I got to comment on this. I mean, this was our number one target. I was going to be embarrassed. I was going to be mortified. We put 3 of our Airbnbs in Scott Perry's district. As of 30 seconds ago, Scott is now up by a whole percentage, 187,000 votes to 183,000. Look, the Dems ran up the mail-ins, but this is the power of Trump and his coattails. Right? Look at McCormick, look at Scott Perry.
Just came in big. Trump is now up by almost 200,000.
By the way, Alan Lichtam, who said that Kamala is going to win,
210
said that democracy is gone.
Trump is up by 210 right now in Pennsylvania.
One of the candidates gets the most at 90%.
Electoral college is broken. Don't you hate that? Democracy dies.
So many people on my
list. I cannot believe that democracy killed democracy.
I want to thank Austin, Mark, Kyrie, Tim, Jessica, Daniel, Alyssa, David, Andrew, Lisa, Bobby, Ashley, Brandon, Jean, Amanda, Abram, Cabe, John, Zane, Aaron, members.charliekirk.com, members.charliekirk.com. Let's go right here. Arizona has nothing. We are now 11 local time, and we do not have even full early votes yet.
8, 9, 10, 11. It's been 4 hours. 4 hours we got
since polls closed, and we have nothing.
They've done nothing. In fact, they've done more than nothing, Charlie.
They've actively held back votes.
They've actively held back votes since last Tuesday.
Well, Justin Heap's going to win, and there's going to be some changes.
Justin Heap is down 3,000 votes.
Just wait until our chase.
He's going to win. He is going to win. Justin Heap is going to win.
Let's go. Let's go, everybody. We're painting this country red. The blue wall is coming down.
9. Insider Advantage predicted it by 6. With 94% in, we are up by 14%.
Hey, how's Ann? Ann Seltzer. I get really upset because she defended that thing so vociferously, and it wasn't just bad. I mean, that was like the worst polling miss in modern American history.
It's unfortunate and it got so much attention. I'm not going to accuse her of deliberate misconduct, but it's just
90%
she staked
chance.
a lot of reputation.
Cliff, I'm getting closer, man. 90% chance of Trump winning Pennsylvania.
Listen, what's it gonna take, Charlie? You need me to promise you I'm in Philadelphia County watching.
What's that put us?
I need some more than 90.
Whoa.
Okay, 2020 scars run deep here.
All right, so they definitely called North Carolina for sure. South Carolina, yep. Georgia, that's 246.
He needs 95% minimum.
Look, they're just showing. This is
So look, the New York Times dial has maxed out for Trump.
So let's just
Are you serious?
It caps at 95 plus.
Send that to me.
let's just walk through this, folks. Georgia's already called.
North Carolina's called.
North Carolina's
Florida,
called.
Ohio, Iowa.
The only one left is one blue wall state.
She should just concede.
And if Pennsylvania's there,
She won't. They're doing this. They're not accepting this.
They won't accept the results of the election. They won't accept the results of a democratically decided election.
Wait, hold on. Isn't this democracy?
Let's go.
No, it's dying in darkness, Charlie.
Can we sing the
It's
BLM
dark out.
democracy
It's
song?
dying.
it's the donocracy.
No, what's
All
the
right,
BLM?
Ryan says be careful. All right, we got to stop. Move topics. There's all trigger words now. All right.
Democracy?
Yeah. Email is freedom at No, seriously, YouTube has crawlers. Email is freedom@charliekirk.com. Subscribe to our podcast. Open up your podcast application and type in Charlie Kirk Show. The stuff you were talking about prior of making fun of that stuff is all triggered. So it's laced. Yes, we're getting tons of emails. Freedom@charliekirk.com. By the way, we are now on our 8th hour of streaming. Daisy, can we move MAGA Mountain and get another MAGA in? We got. Let's get some more hats in. I got to sign some more hats for our members here. By the way, if you want to get in the running for a free hat, all you have to do is subscribe to our show and send us proof of subscription, and you might win. We are the #2 podcast on all podcasts right now. And email us as always, freedom@charliekirk.com. Daisy and Emma are coming in, who've done a great job, by the way. Blake, can you repeat that? That the New York Times.
The New York Times has their dial that they've been measuring all night, and right now, their forecast for the overall results of the election has maxed out at greater than 95% for Trump. They don't go above 95 on their dial. They just say over 95%.
Yeah.
Very likely Trump.
Trump will be our next president. I'm calling it right now.
The popular vote
Trump
is
will
1.2
be our
for
president.
Trump. That's the highest it's been all night, I believe, or maybe it was 1.3 earlier, but solidly in the range of going to win the popular vote. And their average electoral college result is 306 for Trump, 232 for Harris. And that could go up too.
Well, they said Maricopa's incoming. Did they mean the century, or what did they? I mean, this is
time for the next election.
When they said that Maricopa's incoming, they meant at Stephen Richer pace, which actually incidentally, it turns out that Stephen Richer moves slower than Helen Purcell, who's like 92 years old, and was the last good recorder that we had before all these changes started happening. Although I do blame her a little bit because she instituted some of the changes that led us down the Adrian Fontes path, and then now to where we are with Stephen Richer. It's a long story. We'll spend a whole time talking about all the things that are screwed up with Maricopa County and how Justin Heap's going to fix them.
Not right now.
No. I know, not right now. I'm just saying we got to get through this election, got to win, and then we'll talk about all the things that are messed up.
All right, Pennsylvania
and how
right
you can
now.
avoid them yourself.
Pennsylvania went down to 89% chance, so went down 1 point, Cliff. I don't know what changed.
Listen, Charlie, don't hold me to that 1%. I like where we're at. 89 is a good spot to be.
All right. Okay.
I don't see much.
Cliff, are you going to sleep before?
Don't read too much into it. Sometimes the meter goes back and forth. It doesn't really.
Listen, it's 1 o'clock. I promised Charlie I'd stay up through the night.
Cliff, you're not going to bed. Are you kidding me? Cliff, we got people.
I got Gallagher's 50/50 iced tea. I'm set. This is not a promotion.
Love Gallagher's.
They'll be sponsored.
By the way, Cliff, just so you know, I brought, and Charlie can back me up on this, I brought a bag of Wawa coffee with me here to Phoenix because I would not leave Pennsylvania that far behind. So I've been drinking Wawa coffee
America.
the entire night, and I have a special, I haven't even referred to this yet, but I have a special bag right here that will be revealed should Pennsylvania go our way. A very special bag of something that will only be revealed if Pennsylvania goes our way.
Is that Yingling?
And that's all I'm going to say about that right now because I can't say anything else. But yeah, I've been drinking Wawa all night, brother.
Oh my gosh. my gosh.
Email us as always, freedom@charliekirk.com. Let's go through some Arizona stuff. People say, what's going on with Arizona? Just to be clear, Kamala needed to crush that first drop, and she didn't.
She did not.
She did not. It should have been even better if they actually counted all the votes that they have sitting there. I'm not kidding, right? I know I sound like a crazy person, okay? I know. I always do the Arizona people like, yeah, okay. No, he's sitting on 200,000 really. He's sitting on 200,000. I know. You'll look at what we make you look at. He's sitting on 200,000 really good votes. We know that because it's in the totals. Okay.
Let me know if you voted tonight.
They're like, we only counted
last
the ones
night.
up till Tuesday. Well, that's the bluest batch. Okay. That's all heavy Dem and Dem Indies. Okay. And like anti-Trump R's, and then that last week it gets super red, right?
Let me tell you something that's really exciting about Maricopa County and why you should be even more excited about what's coming. Jerry Sheridan, who's a Republican. We haven't had a Republican sheriff for the last 2 election cycles because in 2016, Sheriff Joe Arpaio was getting attacked and he was aging out and all that stuff, and he was getting unfairly attacked and ultimately got pardoned by President Trump. That was one of the things we did discuss in the live stream the other night. The funny part is that because he did what he did, he ended up getting pardoned by Trump. Anyways, long story short, we haven't had a Republican sheriff in Maricopa County. Jerry Sheridan, who is one of his top guys, great dude, is ahead.
All right, chat. Don't forget to drop in and let me know if you voted. Everybody should have gotten out and voted.
So that's a really good first drop, considering how much they held back. Really good, and so that's scary.
For sure.
That's scary for Dems.
Yeah, that's like the best data set that they can combine. And by the way, we're still up 14,000 votes. We're still up 14,000 votes.
I'm feeling good.
It's gonna get better.
I'm feeling good.
It's about to get better. By the way, that's without Yavapai day of. That's not Mojave day of. It's about to get.
The only thing that's scary that's out there is Pima and Apache.
Okay, let's go to members.charliekirk.com. If you guys want to become a member, I will sign a hat to you right now. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, could you guys just hit a subscribe button? That would be great. That would be really terrific. I'm getting some really, really nice texts from people. I'm not there yet, Mr. Cliff. Okay. New York Times says now 91% chance of winning Pennsylvania.
Come on, Charlie. That's an A. Even in government schools.
We're at 93%. Charlie, how many texts have you been getting right now from people that you just haven't heard from?
It's a lot, but I will say there's a lot of sweet messages too.
Yeah, no, it's nice, but it's also like all the people who just.
Let's say pause. I will say the amount of people that are crediting the Turning Point thing, you included Jack and Blake, is pretty awesome. The people that are saying and by the way, with Turning Point Action, we worked the hardest that we've ever worked towards anything in our life. It still has not set in what is happening because I don't believe it. That's why we're here all night. These are a bunch of crooks, guys.
I'm very proud of these handful of red counties that are just sort of laggardly sitting around on 20% of the vote. You know, just to have it around. You know, before Detroit does their drop.
What a year! What a year, man!
I know, this is fucking amazing. Let's go.
Hey, Cliff, can you read that text? They said there's 1.3 million provisionals. That's not possible. There's no way. That's no way that's right. In Pennsylvania.
No, sorry, it's muted. No, if that's correct, we're being duped. No, that cannot be correct. 1.3 million provisionals.
No, that's not. Someone's making stuff.
No. Yeah, I mean, look, at this point, they're trying to find something. But there's no way that's accurate based on any of the provisionals in the past.
Interesting update, St. Croix County, Wisconsin, which is the northwest corner of Wisconsin. It's Hudson. It's right on the Minnesota border. That's where Stillwater, Minnesota is, directly across.
Pennsylvania, now they say 95% chance of winning.
Yes, sir.
It's the whole thing.
Charlie, I'm trying to smoke this cigar. It's going to get us kicked off here.
No, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. That's against YouTube guidelines.
Oh, sorry. Hey, no, nothing here.
Not again. No, the rules are unbelievable. Like, it's just, no, seriously, it's like, if you
YouTube police state. Charlie,
you got that look in your eye, and I'm telling you right now, the numbers look good. You've asked me a year ago if we would go all in. You guys have been our top partner. Pennsylvania is now 95% likely. You got Jack Posobiec here, another patriot who's been all in, working the ground. I'm going to tell you this. I think it's time, and if we call it, it's the White House.
We're
No
at 251
pressure.
right now, Charlie.
I don't know. Jack, what am I missing?
I mean, look, it's so Detroit is going to Detroit. Philadelphia, there's many things that Bob Brady can do. He talked about high turnout. We didn't see that high turnout in Philadelphia, but he could be referring to something. I mean, I can speculate, but you know, it still just doesn't fit the math. It just doesn't fit the math that there would be that many provisional ballots out. It doesn't fit the math that there would be that many excess ballots out. I don't see it. No, I'm just not. I mean, I could speculate as to all these other things that might happen, but I just don't think there are. I'm not seeing it.
And for that matter, like in Wisconsin, you have 87% in, Trump up 4. So you're thinking they've got to win by 36% or so on what's outstanding to flip it. Well, what's outstanding? Well, you have half of Racine County.
Racine.
You have 20% of Washington County, which is going 70-30 for us. You have a quarter of Brown County, which is going our way, Green Bay. While Dane is entirely in, Milwaukee has 40% left. That's a lot, but it's not the only thing that's left in comparison to where we were 4 years ago, where, yeah, okay, then we're waiting on all of Milwaukee's early vote to just drop, and that was
We've got the White House, folks.
And so that's another one where you have random counties in the northern part of the state that aren't in yet. Where do they get those
Yeah,
votes?
there was only one more rural that potentially had votes left on the table for Kamala. It was St. Croix County, which is essentially a suburb of Minneapolis. They just finished reporting. Trump won that county with 58% of the vote, or 59% of the vote.
Let's go.
And Hubby won it with 58% of the vote. So, I mean, that pretty much takes that last rural county that could have been on the table for her.
Gotcha, bitch.
So Cliff, is there anything in this provisional thing? Do you know the provisional count statewide?
No, I mean, we're going to look at it, but really a lot of these will total up. But 1.3 million cannot be correct, Charlie. There's no way. I just think the RNC. Go ahead, Jack.
No, I was just going to say,
You guys are here. You're watching it here. Don't leave.
So
we're about to call Pennsylvania.
Ballot, let's say,
and that's Trump in the
we know
White
there's
House,
gonna be a bunch
baby.
of those up in Cambria County where they had issues with the scanners, where we were telling people, we had Laura Trump and we were on War Room this morning and we were saying vote paper ballots. You and Andrew mentioned it earlier, Charlie, on your show. I mentioned on my show. So we were urging people to do that. But we know those are going to break Republican. And for the rest of the state, I would imagine that they would break fairly along the same lines that the statewide day of voting would break. So even if there are this number of provisionals, it would still break that way for us.
Right. You want to know something crazy?
Yep.
I mean, I'm just analyzing this stuff here with on the carry numbers for Arizona. So I'm waiting for the Maricopa County numbers to come through. Basically, all that Rubin leads by is the lead that's in Maricopa County right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's really bad for him.
I'm telling you. I mean, that's
really bad.
They're going to slow walk this thing
We're
forever.
finally getting Nevada in.
Yeah, no, Nevada's way above Arizona, by the way.
Yeah,
it's just unbelievable.
How did Nevada come in?
It's so bad.
It's fucking Arizona's stupid.
We have 17%
What do we got?
of Alaska in.
75%, and we are up 3 points.
No, it's not
Charlie, I have
51,
2020 provisionals.
half a
If you want me to
point.
read those?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oof, we're taking
Yeah,
Alaska,
2020,
baby.
Joe Biden had 53,000 provisionals. Donald Trump had 50,000. There was 103,000 total. They're talking about a 10x, 13x. There's no way. If that happens, we've got lawsuits. We've got a whole battle. That's the attempt to try to distort some of the numbers. But it was 103,000 provisionals in 2020. And that was, by the way, that was the height of COVID when there was the literal record set for the most mail-in ballots we had, which is where all the provisionals come from. So I don't know where they're getting that number from.
Okay.
Oh man, Eric Hovde is gonna be so great as the U.S. Senator.
Is Eric Hovde gonna win?
He's gonna win.
Jeez.
You know how you can just feel it with somebody, with some guy like Eric Hovde's just such a good dude, right, Brett? Like Eric Hovde's just such a
out of everybody that's running for office this election cycle, Eric Hovde's the most likable.
I hope you
guy
remember where you were and what you were doing when you saw President Trump come
definition
back,
of Wisconsin nice. He remembers names, which I've always appreciated about him. Any event, hey Linda, how's it going? Gives him a hug. How's your husband? Like that. He really epitomizes who you look up to in Wisconsin. I love the guy. I had never met him actually, and he was super involved in Wisconsin politics about 10 years ago. He was involved in a primary for Senate in 2012, and then wasn't involved in politics for about 8 years. Came back onto the scene a couple of years ago. Has been a huge help to Brandon Malley, someone that Brandon looks up to as a mentor. He really understands that leadership is creating other leaders. So I'll shout him out for just what he's done and getting Brandon to a whole new level of leadership. But I love the guy, just great guy.
The left is going to lose their minds with Eric Hovde and Ron Johnson for 6 years.
And Bernie Moreno and Jim Banks.
And then they have no chance in beating Ron Johnson if he runs again next time with Eric Hovde winning this time. The money that's going to flow into Wisconsin is going to be so fantastic for us protecting Wisconsin in the future.
Tyler.
And this is the most exciting part. Yeah, look at Brett. He literally looks like Scrooge McDuck right now, like money symbols going over his eyes. He's like, oh my god, yeah, we're actually. You don't understand. Wisconsin is so lacking in resources. We showed up, and it was like, when you show up to someone's party, and there's like, you're expecting a good party, and it's or a wedding, like a good wedding. And you show up to someone's good wedding, and you show up to a good wedding, and it's like a junk wedding. You're like, oh my gosh, like I feel bad for them. I'm glad they're getting married. Let's just get out of here. That's like the Republican Party in Wisconsin right now.
It was a cash bar wedding, but you guys showed up with the
cash bar.
That's what happened in Wisconsin.
No, they didn't even have a cash bar. You had to pay the guy in the parking lot to get booze out of his trunk. Like this is the type of Republican Party that's being run there right now. And now we're going to have so much faith in that state. And I cannot emphasize enough. Our grassroots activists on the ground, our managers for our Chase the Vote program, our partnership that we did with America PAC. There's just so much that's happened that, there's so many faces and situations that have happened that we'll be able to talk about for a long, long time that have really helped turn around the hearts and minds of activists who had really almost started giving up on the party there. And Eric Hovde, look, God bless him because he decided to run, put all his own money into this thing, and had basically no help or support from anybody, ran his own thing. We came in, we've been doing stuff across the state to help churn out votes. Again, there's been a couple other groups.
Get ready for Trump's speech. He's coming soon, guys.
But this is such a huge boon for Wisconsin.
Breaking news. Florida just counted their votes again for fun.
They did it 3 times. They've already done it 3 times.
Who is the last Republican to hold that seat?
Oh gosh, Brett probably.
Guys, they just called it. They just called it for Pennsylvania, Charlie. It is
Fox just called.
Reporting it. Let's go, baby.
Charlie, what is the number?
What is the number?
Is that it?
On that bar?
Is that it? Are they going to actually count the votes in Arizona now because they're giving up?
Fox News decides Donald Trump is president of the United States. We've got our republic back, folks.
This is
Let's
it.
go.
Everyone stand up. Let's go. We're not going back. We're not going back.
Fox called it right there.
Holy cow,
God
baby.
bless America.
I can't believe it.
Let's go!
Yeah,
Let's
put us
go!
over the top.
Is the
Charlie.
president speak now?
Who's saying that Fox called it? I'm sure they did, but
We're seeing Fox call it live,
everyone's
Charlie.
saying it.
Let me give you credit from right here in Pennsylvania. You were the guy, you and Tyler, convinced me. You said, Cliff, stop door knocking across the country, go back to your home state, own Pennsylvania. That will be the deciding factor. I thought you guys were nuts. We knocked 500,000 doors. We delivered Pennsylvania, and now we've got our country back. Let's do this, baby. Woo!
Let's go.
There it is.
Clean up, clean up, clean up.
The
Let's
run
go.
on.
win. Oh my gosh. This almost seems a little surreal.
Everybody should remember this moment. Look, I'm gonna echo Charlie from earlier. Remember where you were when this happened. Remember where you were when you realized that the Uniparty and all of these, just the establishment, they did not expect this. Charlie, you should have emotion. This is a moment. You totally reformed the GOP. You totally said, listen, we can't forfeit the mail-in ballot. You said it's time to actually participate. And look what you guys have done. Brett, what you're doing in Wisconsin. Charlie, what you're doing in Arizona. I mean, everybody across the country. Jack Posobiec, you were crazy enough to think we could win Pennsylvania? A kid from Norristown?
The fact that it was Pennsylvania, man.
And let me give some credit to some incredible activists too, because there's a history that's going to be told for a long time. But I mean, look, Pennsylvania, we are very lucky to have an attitude realignment and change, because what I call the National Republican apparatus that I know, Cliff, you've been fighting for a long time, would have completely blown this, right? And you've got the heart and energy and soul of a Cliff Maloney, of a Scott Pressler, of our activists. I mean, no for Micah. You talk about this all the time.
No is incredible.
No is absolutely incredible. That's the type of people that you need to turn this thing around and win. And
look, I said there was something I had in the bag that if we won Pennsylvania, I would reveal it. So I am going to reveal it now. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Everyone should come out of here.
So I'm going to reveal it.
Come on, guys.
I brought this all the way from
Let's go.
Pennsylvania.
We should start like the Charlie.
You
Brown
guys
song.
were here
Everyone's
when
like,
you saw President Trump take this country
I
back.
wouldn't even talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got tasty cakes all the way from Philadelphia, PA. Pass them around. Pass them around. We got the tasty cakes.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you so much.
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because Donald J. Trump has won Pennsylvania, and with it is winning. He will be the 47th president, the greatest president that America has ever seen. The golden age will begin, and Pennsylvania will lead the rebirth of the American Republic, just like it led the way for the birth of the first American Republic in 1776. It is commencing again.
Let's go, PA. Good job, Cliff. Let's go, baby. I want to thank all the PA Chase team here. We're all here, baby. We're rocking there. Woo! Go on, Cliff. Let's see the crowd.
President Trump expected to speak soon. We have to give thanks to God.
Dream big again.
We have to give thanks to God. We have to give thanks to God. God saved Donald Trump's life in Pennsylvania.
I just want to say what Elon Musk was saying. This was our last chance. I genuinely believe that with the way that they were changing the electorate, this was our last chance to do this.